ready for an unforgettable experience. Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get hype.
Chip. What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Late Night Hype. Big Game James, Law Nation, Skywalker Still. Special guest in the building. Luck Too Fast, Lucky Whitehead, former Cowboy in the building. What's going on, Luck?
What it do, man? Appreciate y'all boys having me.
Hey, listen, bro, we appreciate you joining the podcast, the show. When my man Sosa hit me up and said, hey, Luck said he's down, I was very excited for it because we'll get to it later in the show. We got a special player coming up in, Dez Bryant here in a little bit, and we want to kind of get your insights on him later. But before we get to all that, brother, how are you and how are you holding up here during this crazy-ass 2020 with the COVID and all that, man?
Personally, I'm doing great. Family's doing good.
That's good.
I'm still able to train. We've got a facility here in Virginia that stays open pretty much for myself, and I just been grinding pretty much, man. Just trying to stay out the way.
Hey, James peeped. He saw that the training you doing, dog. You putting on a good weight.
Yeah, he can't. You know, hey, when they wearing the Under Armour in the live, you know they trying to let them know them guns is popping. I see you, Lucky. Yeah, hey, it's okay.
My boy, no song.
Whenever you see the Under Armour gear on, yeah, I'm cocky. Check me out.
Well, we were just talking. Hey, look, I gotta listen off air. I hope Law got the behind the scenes. We just cutting up. But we was talking off air. You gotta put on that good healthy weight like that playing up there in Canada in that weather, man. How's it going up there during this whole situation for the Canada Football League?
We actually got our season was canceled probably like a month ago. They finally announced that we were gonna be canceled. But I mean, personally, it was fun up there. I mean, right now, as far as the shutdown, they're trying to manage everything, and no one's allowed to go, obviously, into Canada. But, I mean, I've been in contact with my teammates. We have a couple Zoom meetings. We'll text, whatever the case may be, just to figure out what's going on. But they actually just dropped a new schedule, so I guess we're going to have a season in 2021, which I'm excited about.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes, that's good.
So did that do that mean that you shut the door on the NFL or you just cool with Canada?
Nah, it doesn't matter. So I actually got a workout January 17th with a couple of scouts.
Is that breaking news?
Yeah.
Hey.
First, you heard it here on the
First
on the hype.
Yeah, it's a little breaking news.
That's great.
So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I'm getting ready for that. I'm going back down to Florida, probably in a week or two, just to get ready for that. So
that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm in Virginia right now in this season, so I can't really do what I want outside.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go down to Florida and get right.
Yeah, this East Coast weather, no joke.
No joke at all,
East
man.
Coast, Midwest, all of it bad.
Yeah.
But listen, you talked about how Canada, the Canadian League, and you're talking to your teammates and you're adjusting and things like that. Like how hard has to be for NFL players right now, not knowing if they're going to play on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, because you guys have a routine. You are like robots when it comes to the way you train and you go through things because you kind of got to be. But how hard is that on an athlete, NFL athlete right now, to not know when you're going to play?
Right. It's tough, especially as you just said. I mean, we're on a schedule, and you're so strict, day by day as far as what's going on. So, like, when you get into season, you're so used to doing something a certain way. You know what I mean? You're so used to waking up at a certain time. And, like, what's going on right now, you're dealing with, if one person has COVID, it's like, boom, now the whole facility shut down.
Yeah.
We don't know when we're going to open again.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know when that game's going to be. You don't know who's starting. You just don't know. So everything's kind of up in the air. And, it's just tough watching because now we're all just watching games and it's like, who the hell is that kid? Or,
Right.
You know what I mean? Where'd he come from? Why ain't he been playing? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So now, I mean, it's a great chance. I mean, obviously for the new guys that's coming in just to get their foot in the door. Because at this point, they're letting anybody in. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
You see the dude in Denver?
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it real, dog. I could have completed 2 passes in the NFL. I know I could have. Quick screen, a quick comeback. Lucky, I could have got it off.
and it's tough because, like, I mean, just put the man in a better situation. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I thought they would, at the very least, do a ton of wildcat. Listen, look, let's be real. If they had you at quarterback, you would have took off at least 5 or 6 different times.
Listen, the whole time we're going to do. Like, I'm not about
Read
to,
option.
I'm not about to sit here and drop back.
No.
All right?
Read option.
Like, get me on the edge and let's figure some shit out.
Mike
like,
Vickett.
Period.
But I mean, more props to him. You know what I mean? Much respect. But like at the same time, I mean, I think he handled it best way he could.
Best way.
Mm-hmm.
Best way.
For sure.
Yeah.
You went through a lot of changes when you came in the league on the Cowboys. You've seen it at the quarterback position. You came in, thought you were going to have Tony Romo for quite a while, and then he goes down in week 2, and you go through a quarterback carousel, right?
Right.
Including Kellen Moore, the Cowboys offensive coordinator, right now. Then in 2016, you're like, okay, Romo's coming back, and then he goes down again, and Dak steps up. And you guys go on a crazy run. It's one of my favorite seasons in the last decade, that 2016 year. You were one of my favorite players during that year. You had so many big plays and that spark plug that got us going. There you go. There you go.
Look at that.
I mean, talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm
Bleeding
talking
silver
about.
and blue.
Hey.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, that season was just phenomenal. Kind of just give me your all-around thoughts on that season, man. I'm sure you had a ton of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it was great. Just leading up to it, we were playing with so much energy, so much passion behind everything. Just the chemistry we had with each other. You know what I mean? We came to work every day. We handled our business. And it was a special, just a special deal.
Yeah.
Once that came over, we all embraced it. And he took it head on. And from the moment he came in, you can see him just grow. You know what I mean? Obviously when he came in as a rookie, we had Tony Romo. It was times where it was just like, all right, I understand that I'm a backup right now.
Right.
Boom, boom. Next thing you know, got thrown in the fire. But I don't think no one handled it better than Dak did.
Man, it's amazing.
Just it was tough how it ended, obviously, because we had that first round bye, and we came to the game with. It was a big controversy with like the David Irvin holding.
He got held.
Oh, he
and then the Bryce Butler coming in the huddle with, and then going on there through the penalty after we got the first down. Like y'all just was hating, dog. The rest was just hating, dog.
It was tough, but it was definitely a special season.
Sure.
But I mean, like I said, I have plenty of memories with the boys.
I do too. Listen, that Green Bay game. I'm gonna go right into to some of my favorite moments.
Get into that nitty gritty.
The Green Bay game, it was wild because let's be real. If you want to be funny, the last time we beat the Green Bay Packers, y'all, Lucky Whitehead was on the field. That's all I'm saying. Lucky Whitehead was on the field last time we beat the Green Bay Packers. But there was
at Green Bay.
At Green Bay.
Yeah, I had a great ass game that time too.
You was turning up that game. We love that jet sweep. We love that jet sweep, Lucky. We love that jet sweep, Lucky.
I'm pretty sure I was like, I don't know how many jet sweeps I got when I was with the Cowboys, but I'm pretty sure I got a first down every time.
Damn near.
That's what Long said.
That's what I was saying.
Look, when we saw your ass go in motion, we was like, here come.
Here come.
Hey, listen, when
100%.
the play though that kind of frustrated me, not because of that game, but because I didn't see it that much after. You was lined up in the backfield and motioned you kind of in a like H-back roll, right in front of. Here's the play right here, right in front of Zeke. And they did a play action. They leaked you out, and number 36 tried to reach for you. He tried to hold you because he saw you getting behind him, and boom, that sparked a drive that got that game going. But we didn't see that play that much more. Like, why didn't we see that more often?
So I got like special plays, obviously, because I was like the get in the mud, get in the dirt receiver for us. As far as our receivers, we had Bryce Butler. No shade to my man Bryce. But as far as physicality, I was going bone on bone with anybody. You feel me? So like,
Okay.
Tell the
that was
truth.
my
Speak
job.
it.
You feel me? So like, I had to hit the linebackers. I had to hit the DNs. Whatever the case may be, I was going in there and I was doing it. So when I came in, we had to compliment those plays. So like you compliment when I'm cracking on the DN. It was sometimes I didn't crack on the DN. I'll fake like I'm about to crack and I'll
Go out.
flare out. So that's when that happened. But I don't know. Scott Linehan was a little.
We keep it real. We keep
Man,
it
keep
real
it
here.
real,
Hey,
Luck.
we keep it. Hey,
Keep it
lucky
real.
we keep
We
it
don't
real.
hold back no
Lucky
punches
we don't
here.
play that here. We want
I mean,
lucky we don't play that here. We good. Speak it.
Yes, sir. Shit. Scott Linehan was. I mean, I feel like he was a
Say he
little
was
scary.
whack.
He was scary at times, man. He just wasn't like if he caught it one time and it worked, you probably wouldn't see it again until you know what I mean, till week whatever. But it was
Damn.
weeks after,
So
you know
true.
what I mean.
That's so true.
So adjustment
Man, you
was
speaking,
always
man. You
adjustment
preaching over
was
here to
always in the
everybody.
game plan, but like it wouldn't get caught enough. You feel me? We got Zeke back there pounding the ball, whatever the case may be. But like I was offsetting. They had to respect the edges at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
But we would call stuff and it just wouldn't. It wouldn't really.
I don't think, and this is my opinion. I
It
don't
wasn't
know
consistent.
if you want to agree on it. I just don't think Scott, and you were there, so did he feel like a modern offensive coordinator? Like you see Andy Reid's and Eric Bieniemy's and those guys kind of tailor their game to the current NFL. And it's like, okay, we got Lucky Whitehead, we got a spark plug, we'll do it once, like you said, but that's not really what I am, so I'm going to go back to what I am, and that's kind of being vanilla. I feel like you see these other great offensive coordinators, they adjust. Go look, I mean, I hate to use KC, but so what? Go look at KC. They attack those edges with Hardman.
We didn't adjust. We didn't adjust at,
I knew
in
it.
Dallas. Period.
Mm.
As far as like that 2016 season, for example, it's week 16. We're still doing one-on-ones, full pads in practice. Like, what are we doing?
Even in practice.
So like I mean, I obviously got a lot of guys that's out around in the league, and it's like, yo, what y'all be doing in practice? Like, what y'all be? We walk through. You feel me? It's at this point of time. Yes, we practice, we handle business, but like we grown ass men, we do not need to be in full pads,
Right.
banging all day, every day.
Well, we
That's
heard
where we was going.
Cole Beasley immediately when he left. He said things is way different here in Buffalo, and it's better run. And we all were like, what? And now we're seeing, look at Buffalo.
Right?
Look at it.
Like it's not the team. It's not, you feel me? All that shit. Like it's a great environment, great organization, but like you gotta adapt, and we weren't adapting as far as what was going on in the league. Like yes, people run things a certain way. That's fine, but it's okay to make some adjustments.
Okay.
Let me
We didn't really make those.
Can I ask you a question though, Lucky?
What's up?
I totally feel you. So you're talking about we didn't make the adjustments. Let me ask you about Garrett. Do you think that fell on Garrett? Did you see, okay, why are we still running the same daggone play? Why did the coach ever overrule him and said, no, we ain't doing that. We need to do this. Or it was basically like, you're the coach, offensive coach, so I'm going to leave you alone and just let you do it. And if it fails, then that's just what it is. Did he ever get in people's ear and say, no, we're not doing that. That's not working. We're going to do this.
Nah, so he was a more of let Scott Linehan run the offense, the way he wanted to run the offense. But as far as, yo, we come in on Wednesday, we full pads. We're going to, O lineman, D lineman, y'all got one-on-ones. Like before practice, like we weren't tackled to the ground, but when you do one-on-ones, it was live. Go. Practice during practice, like as practice went on, we obviously went like we just stud up, obviously let the runner run. But I mean after a while of games and then you got practice every day, it was like, yeah.
It wanes on you.
Because a lot of people weren't doing that. They were taking breaks or they were just, it was kind of a walkthrough environment. But everybody was on their assignments.
Hey, yo, Lucky, let me ask you this, though. So that was with Jason Garrett. What was your involvement or interaction with Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones? Because right now we got a brand new coach. We got a whole new philosophy going on at the Dallas Cowboys land. And I know you probably be watching some of the games here. So how much is Jerry is involved into this situation?
Tell the truth, Luck.
Without his score
Don't
reading,
you better tell the truth, Luck. Tell the truth. Is he in the meetings and all that? Tell the truth, Luck.
Nah, he's not in the meetings, but he definitely around. He comes to practice and stuff like that. I would say what's a little weird is kind of like it was times we would have practice and we would have to stop practice because he's flying his helicopter on a practice field.
Wow.
That's Jerry.
So
That's
like,
Jerry.
it was times like we legit had to like stop and move up. Like he's landing the helicopter. I'm just like, all this money. It ain't no like landing pad on top of this damn star. Like I will always think that shit. I'm just like, hey yo, T-Will, yo, why he land right here? Like we know you got the helicopter.
Right.
There you go. He gotta make the scene.
See, Lucky, that's what I want to say right there. That's the key. We already know you got the helicopter. We already know you the man, but he always has to let us know he is the man. And that's my problem with Jerry Jones. Yep, I said it.
Yeah, we got our feelings about him. I mean, he seems like, now you tell me as a person, like I'm pretty sure you've been around him.
Great dude. I mean, he walks around, talks to everybody. Definitely gets to know you.
That's
so
awesome.
It's not like he doesn't know who his players are.
Yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't see him as far as like us meeting Tom. Like when he came in, when he flew in, he handled his business. You barely would see him and he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
But like he did show up to a couple practices. He'll say what's up. He'll chit chat with you. So he's definitely a cool dude.
Hey, we were talking about earlier about your plays in Green Bay. And I know in that game, that was that time period that Dez he was out. He was injured, and they needed you more. I think that was your second most snaps you had all season. So they called your number a lot. And then this week, the Cowboys are actually going to be playing probably a hungry Dez Bryant, probably the most hungry he's been in 3 or 4 years since he's going up against the Cowboys, right?
Right.
I listen, man. I always seen your guys like pictures and pregame and stuff like that. Y'all seem to have a nice close knit group. That wide receiver group. Kind of just give me your overall thoughts on Dez Bryant, the person and the player, during your time in Dallas, man.
Very passionate. That's what I mean. Obviously, y'all see it.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people get a bad rep for my man's name, just as far as the cameras get around and he's yelling, but it's not. He's yelling at us. He's just expressing his emotions around the game. So like say we're playing someone and the score is 3-3. He's going off because the score is 3-3. We should be smashing whoever we're playing.
I love it.
So like for example, like my rookie year, we were playing San Diego at the time in San Diego. And most of the rookies were playing and we had I think maybe 3-4 drops. And
I remember that game.
And he comes in the locker room.
Game.
I don't even think we were losing. I don't even know what the score was, but he came in that locker room like, "This is the Super Bowl. Why the hell are y'all dropping these passes, just going off?" And I was just like,
"You're right."
You know what I mean? 'Cause, like, it was great to see because a young Lucky was like, "Damn, this Dez Bryant going crazy right now." You know what I mean?
He was a bit struck.
Right. So every time y'all see him on, as far as like talking to his teammates and they come over with the camera, he's like, "Get away." That's because they got a mic and he's talking personally about some shit that's going on in the field. So he don't want them to know what we're saying. Or a signal he might tell us that y'all can hear on the mic. Because if you can hear it, the other team can hear it on film. Trust me. So they take all that stuff into consideration. But I mean, he's definitely a passionate guy. Great dude on and off the field. A great mentor, especially for myself. He helped me out a lot. Just
See, this
with
is what I believe the media needs to hear. I wish they would have heard it more when he was playing, but it was easy. It was the low hanging fruit. It's the Cowboys, right? It's Dez
Right.
Bryant. He's loud.
Right.
He's black. Let's just be real.
Yeah.
So they're
Call him a
I'm just being
cancer.
real.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
Tom
is.
Brady does the same things and nobody says anything.
Right.
You know, but he's Dez Bryant. It's the Cowboys, right? This is going to be headlines. But these type of things, in my opinion, needed to be said more often. Now, it did end pretty sour. For both sides. So Dez, you know, the whole snake lead thing and things like that. I get it. He's upset. I understand, but we saw that he grew as a player, and now he gets his chance to play the Cowboys on, I don't know what day we're playing these boys, but whatever day it is. And do you think he's going to score?
I do.
Ooh.
They're gonna get him the
Oh,
ball,
my
Lucky.
God.
Lucky. If they get inside the 10, they're throwing it up.
They're gonna force that.
Yeah, they're gonna force
would.
that.
Jackson is gonna force that.
I
Mhm.
would.
I would too.
100%. I
And he's
believe
gonna throw that
Cowboys
X
do.
up.
You gonna throw up the X with him, huh?
I might have to.
He's gonna
I
throw
mean,
that X.
it's gonna be very exciting to see.
It is.
Obviously, just to see him grind from his
Yes.
his injury.
Mhm.
Just all the negativity that he was dealing with. Just from working out. It's inspiring for myself. It pushes me. It motivates myself. Obviously, we still talk. We still keep in touch. I honestly might drive down from Virginia, so Baltimore down the street.
Right.
Hey,
So
VA, baby.
I was supposed to go to that
Yeah.
game. I'm right over here too in Pennsylvania.
Not it by
But-
Norport.
But they got rid of the fans, I believe, early in the season. So it is what it is.
yeah.
Hey, Lucky, I got a question for you. This is a nitty-gritty question, though.
Nitty gritty. Let's go.
It's nitty-gritty. All right, so we saw what happened with the release from the Cowboys.
Right.
I want to know your feelings on that. Was you pissed off, because there was a lot of back and forth, a lot of stuff came out in the media?
We about to get real now. Then
I'm good. I want you to get real. That's why
Get
I jump.
real
See,
deal,
see,
man.
I don't know. I
was
jump
never
in with
allowed to
nitty
talk
gritty.
about it.
You are you?
I was never allowed to talk about it.
Well, let's talk about it now, because
Wow.
I'm the nitty gritty guy. I want to.
Oh.
Let's go.
Nah, we can get real. I don't know if much people know about Apple Watches.
Mhm.
But I had my Apple Watch on at the time, and I hit the field like right before I went to camp. I had came back home because I host a camp, and I did my camp here. I had went to a party, and that was it. So the next day I flew back to Texas, and we go to Oxnard. We have our signing. We go to the hotel. We get out to practice, and I'm on the practice field, and my watch just starts going off crazy. And hold on, I'm reading these comments. We can get to that too.
Okay.
Okay.
Be careful with the comments. People be wild.
Careful. He can see the
Nah.
comments.
Hey, you gotta understand, Lucky, they wild up in here.
They wild over here,
Want
man.
the air clear.
Okay, hey, speak.
Right. We're gonna get to that too then. But so I'm on the field, and I actually run a play, and I'm not even on the field no more because my text messages was like, "Yo, you good? Like, what happened when you went home?" Like, I'm just like, "Oh shit, what's going on?" So my agent had hit me up and was like, "Hey, did you get in any trouble while you were home?" And I was like, "No." Like, so I'm answering back on my watch like, "Nah," because I'm trying to find out what's going on. And I get back where it's a little walkthrough. We break the huddle, whatever, and one of the PR people came and grabbed me and was like, "Listen, don't say nothing to the media. Keep walking."
Mm.
I'm like, "All right." So as soon as I get over to the media, someone runs up to me and was like, "How do you feel about the arrest warrant you got in Virginia?" First thing they said.
Mm.
And I was like, "What?" All right. So I kept walking, and my receiver coach came up and was like, "What do y'all need us to do? What do you need me to do?" And at the time, they was like, "Nothing. We just gotta figure out what's going on right now." So I'm trying to get everything figured out. I called my agent, and he was like, "Yo, I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, pretty much." I get called down to Jason Garrett's office, and we're sitting in the office, and he was just pretty much like, "So what's up?" And I was like, "Bro, ain't nobody shoplifting, bro. That's what they said I did. So at this point, I'm like, bro, you think I'm shoplifting?
Mm.
Like, I'm like, ain't nobody got time for that, bro. Like, I'm not, I'm not a rookie no more. I'm going into my 3rd year, bro. So like, no, I'm not. So I'm like, I'm back and forth with coach, and he says, this is his exact words. You pissed away a great opportunity, and I was like, I'm
Wow.
like, I'm like, what? I'm like, bro, I didn't even like this wasn't me, so I don't know. Like, what more do you want me to say? And we're just like, and then he goes to say, I'm a junior, so my dad had just got a DUI,
Mm.
right before camp, like probably I think like a month or two before that, and he was like, didn't you just get this DUI? I was like, bro, y'all would have known about that. Y'all would not be talking to me about no DUI right now. I wouldn't be in camp if that was the case. So he was like, okay, so where's your? He asks me. He says, so where's your family? And I'm like who? Like my cousins? So I go to say they're in jail. He goes, he comes back and says, what they in jail for?
Wow.
Wow.
Like this has nothing to do with what's going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So I end up telling them what's going on uh, while my cousins were in jail, and I'm just trying to plead my case at the end of the
Right.
day.
Right.
Saying like
Right.
I
Right.
didn't do this.
Right.
So he says, well, Jerry Jones, uh, lawyer, they got the tape pretty much and seen you at this gas station stealing. And I'm like, that's obviously it's fake. I'm like, so like show me, like, cause this ain't true.
Mm-hmm.
So he pretty much said it was. I mean, they had already made their decision as far as he's like, well, we decided we're gonna release you, and I was like, that's cool. I was like, but it's gonna come out that you feel me. This wasn't me. Like at the end of the day, he was like, it's. I mean, it was just kind of over, and I was just like, all right. So I left, and that's when I had went to. So I ended up flying to New York. I just got signed by New York. As soon as I got there, it was pretty much like, hey, just say you're happy to be here. Um,
Not allowed to tell your
just,
side.
and just yeah,
That's
just be done
crazy.
with it.
That's
And I was like,
crazy.
all right. So
That's
I kind
rough.
of never could really talk about it, but like it was shitty.
That's whack as
It's
fuck.
rough to hear, man.
That's whack.
Because you
I'm
wasn't.
sorry I didn't mean to
you
say that.
know.
That's whack as hell though.
Yeah, that's tough because we never heard the story. We
That's
Yeah,
just
pissing.
nobody. They don't. They know how to cover up. I mean, great stories, obviously, but they
Man,
want
when
to
you
get
said
out.
Jerry Jones lawyer, I kind of hushed over here. I'm still in Dallas, so I'm sitting here like, man, let me just hush, man. Let me just
Yeah,
let you talk.
so come to find out, I wasn't even in Virginia at the time of the shoplifting.
wow.
I was still in Texas.
Wow.
Where did the
Wow.
hell they say about this tape though, Lucky?
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. So it happened. I think at like 3 or 4 in the morning. I didn't get in until 11 that morning into Virginia because I was in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
So it was kind of a shitty deal. I
That's
think
rough.
because they brought Ryan Switzer in, and they kind of just that was the easy way out. You feel me? Because I mean I'm a grinder, so you're not just gonna take my position personally. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean I feel like that was just an easy way out. No, I ain't get no apology.
Still.
Kind of took it on the chin. You feel me? It is what it is.
Hey, but you still. It looks like you're doing well though. You're playing in the Canadian League. You got your business. You want to let the folks know about that business?
Yeah. I mean, I opened up a gym. Uh, so that's why I said I still get my gains. Uh,
got your own gym, man. You worry about the
yeah,
COVID.
yeah, man. So I partnered with a couple guys and got my equipment in there, and I do that pretty much 5 days a week. Just get it in. I train a couple people. I did a couple camps with some kids. I got my health stuff, my greens, and my pre workout company called Create You that I'm a part of. It's all linked in my bio on Instagram at Luck Too Fast. But that's my little side, man.
Hey, Lucky, I
appreciate you
I
telling
I
me.
F with you.
Yeah. That was
Yeah.
good.
I
That's
F
some good
with you,
stuff, man.
dog. I F with you. I can't
I'm
say it
trying.
on. I
Hold on.
can say it on here, but I F with you.
I'm about to answer this little Zeke comment they keep talking about the situation.
You know they gonna ask about it. Lucky, we wasn't gonna touch it.
It gotta
We-
get cleared though.
You want to talk about it?
Yeah, we about to get into that. Let me get one of these gummy bears real quick.
Gotta get good.
This shit real sour, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I want. Listen, first of all, females is real shiesty.
Yes, they
Yes,
are.
they are.
yeah.
Dog.
Listen,
Tell the truth, please. Tell about them grimy ass chicks, dog. I'm with
Man,
you.
it's
Lucky.
crazy.
Talk about it. Talk about them grimy ones.
In that lane is in that lane's for sure. You know, when you're dealing with
Especially
athletes,
in this lane.
but nonetheless.
so, I mean, as far as when I was in Dallas, I had so obviously everybody know about Snapchat. My Snapchat was pretty booming.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you was a Snapchat king in Dallas.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I forgot shorty name, but she had hit me up on Snapchat.
Tiffany, I believe.
Yep, that's it.
Tiffany
The devil,
Thompson.
boy.
The devil.
Listen,
I feel you.
So she had hit me up on Snapchat. I didn't know her. This is before Zeke's domestic shit came out. All that.
Set up.
So she was snapping me, but like she was like, "Lo, let me know when you're in Ohio." Blah blah blah. This is during the season. Just like season was going on. So the week before we was going out there, she had hit me up and was like, "Yo, I'm gonna be out here. Like I'm trying to chill." I'm like, "All right, bet." So I had booked the hotel room because obviously they can't come to our hotel rooms.
Facts.
So you book a whole nother hotel room, whatever. And right as I landed, she was like, "Hey," she called me and was like, "Hey, I'm trying to go to the hotel, but it's under your name. Can you tell them it's okay for me to go in?" I'm like, "All right." So I called the hotel, got a key, was able to go to the room. So that's why when that whole little case came out, they was like, "Oh, his name was on the same room as her." Well, yeah, because I let her up.
Ooh.
So we get down there, bro. This shit about to get crazy because like this.
I need all the goods. Lucky, I need all the goods.
I'm gonna give y'all the deets. So look, I get the we get to Cleveland, we get to the hotel. I go to as soon as we get there, we get a little break before meetings. So as soon as meeting was over, she was at the hotel. Her and her friend came and picked me up.
Ooh.
We went to Longhorn and I got some food. Her friend then dropped us off at the other hotel. So we chilling at the hotel. I had to go back to meetings at like 7:30. So we kicked it for like an hour and some change. I get back to the hotel. I go into meetings, I come back out of meetings. And by the time I had to get back for curfew, Zeke was downstairs. So she just dropped me off. Right?
Mhm.
I walk in this fucking hotel, and this is my exact words. "What's good, bro? You straight?" And he was like, "Nah, I'm waiting on my girl."
Oh,
I still don't know it. I still don't know it's her.
Damn.
Right.
Oh,
Listen.
Get luck.
Listen. So like she had tickets and everything to the game. I go to the room, whatever, we still texting tonight. Everything's cool. I get to the game. I had texted her after the game. I'm like, "Yo." She texted me back and was like, we started talking for a little bit. I still don't know nothing about her and Zeke. She texted me and says, "I couldn't meet you after the game because I had to leave early." I'm like, "All right, cool." But come to find out, obviously she couldn't meet me because she was dealing with my boy.
Oh my goodness.
So
She is messy as shit.
bro, I get back to Texas, and Zeke had text me text messages from her. So I text her and I was like, "Yo, why you text my boy our messages?" Like I'm confused. So Brian Wansley, one of the guys that work at the Cowboys facility, had called me in and was like, "Hey, you know that's the same female that accused him of all this shit."
Wow.
I was like, "Damn." So I text him right after that. I was like, "Bro," because he had texted me and said, how you know her? I said, and my words exactly to him was, "Some hoe from Snapchat."
Oh my no.
I can't make this shit up, bro.
Dog.
I can't make this shit up, bro.
What did he say when you said some hoe?
He ain't say nothing.
Oh my gosh, man.
So I went,
Yo, Luck real as hell, dog.
Right
I
now,
I love you,
real,
Luck.
fam.
I love you,
You
Luck.
real.
man, I went into the facility to see Brian Wansley. He was like, because he said Stephen Jones wanted to see you. So I went there and he was like, that's the same girl that's accusing him of all this shit. And I was like, damn. So I text Zeke right after I left the facility. I was like, bro, I had no idea that was her. Like, none at all. She never said she was in a relationship, first of all.
She not. From everything we hear about her.
Right.
I was thrown off. So like when the shit came out, as far as Zeke's little case and all that other shit, it was pretty much just to show that she's a piece of shit, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So like I wasn't mad that it came out or whatever the case may be. It was just the fact that y'all ain't tell my side.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looked like I was sleeping with his girl.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah.
You feel
And
me?
they weren't going to. You know they weren't going to tell you.
No,
It's
because
Zeke
they weren't
Lilly.
gonna make Zeke. They weren't gonna make
And it's
Zeke look
hard.
bad.
But man, but the craziest thing is they still suspended Ezekiel Elliott for 6 games, though, going back and forth. And that story alone can wipe everything clean because you can see that she had some different motives. But
Right,
but,
that
but
would've
man,
helped
it's
him.
crazy. I don't want to go into details with it,
It
but
was
lucky
crazy, man.
you spit the truth over here, man.
Yeah, no, he sent me the message, and as soon as he sent it to me, I sent it to her. I'm like, yo, why you send my boy these messages? Like, it's weird. And then kind of find out, like, it was a bad deal. I mean, but
Grimy as hell. We've seen too many chicks like that. But I just want to tell you one thing, Lucky. We
definitely
weren't
grimy.
going to
She
touch this. We weren't going to touch this. I wanted to touch it, but we weren't going to touch it. But I'm glad you
I
came
just
too
I
real.
just had to get my side on.
Yes,
out
Luck
of there.
too real.
To be thinking, because I ain't no bad person. I was a great teammate. Me and Zeke
Mm-hmm.
cool. Obviously, he knew her intentions. He knew what
Mhm.
kind of person she was. I had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
I was young coming into it. She was hitting me up, sending pics, boom, boom, whatever the case may be. But it was just like, y'all don't try to say I'm sleeping with somebody, girl. I ain't on no type of time like that because I
Right.
don't want nobody to come backdoor me like that. So
Right.
Yeah, what kind of sense would that make anyway? Your teammates,
Right.
like that just don't you don't hear that.
Like,
often
come
in
on,
the
dog.
NFL.
Y'all gonna be seeing each other all the time. I mean, who does it? That's uncomfortable.
Somebody's woman, wife, girl, that's wrong.
Yeah.
Somebody's plaything, now that likely happens. That's a different story. But somebody's wife or woman or something, you don't hear that. You don't see that often in these leagues. So, man, that's definitely one of those SVU Jones. You dropped it today.
Yeah.
You just dropped the real, bro. We appreciate that, man. And
appreciate y'all.
and I'm glad that we got a chance. We had a platform for you to get out your side because
Yeah.
I never
Yes.
heard either
Yes.
side of your stories from this or
Yes.
the gas station
Yes.
situation. So
Yes.
honestly, it was a pleasant surprise because we didn't want to we weren't going to touch it like you said because we didn't know how you felt about it. Wanted to respect your situation.
Right. We didn't want to disrespect you.
But when you want to tell your side to the story, we're open ears, brother.
And
Yeah.
Lucky, since the truth is out there, man, like you just put it out there, I feel that for 2021, you're going to land on a team.
Yes.
You're going to have a kickoff return.
I feel that.
And man, we're going to be calling the game,
Yeah,
man.
I feel that.
We're going to be just
That's-
fooling around
that's
saying that,
100.
man, look at Lucky, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yes, sir.
100.
Say that.
Yeah.
I got a lot of respect for you, Lucky.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of respect because some people would not come out here and say certain things, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't want to be disrespectful at all, but it just gives me 100% 1,000,000,000% more respect for you. I already had mad respect for you, but this gives me a whole 100% respect
100%.
for you that you came out like that. And I just that's real talk, dog. That's just some real shit that you just spoke, dog. Real talk. I
Appreciate
love
Real
it.
talk,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, we our flagship thing here is keeping it real, basically, and that's what you did.
Yeah.
So we appreciate that, dog. Hey, well, like I said, we don't want to keep you entirely too long. We understand you got things to do, some heads to bust on that COD.
You want to throw your handle out there? Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Duck _ it's Chuck 22.
Duck is Chuck. Hey, I like that.
Yeah.
Would you PS4 or PS5? I guess now.
I'm both.
Both. Okay.
Both.
That makes
so
sense. That makes
he said, "I'll kill you on any.
Yeah, that
I'll
makes
kill you.
sense. You can catch
Xbox,
that
I'll
heat
kill you
on
on
any
PS.
console.
It don't matter. I'm gonna get you."
P5 and 4.
Listen, guys, make sure you check out Luck on Instagram, Luck Too Fast, right?
Yep.
And on Twitter at Luck Too Fast. I think that you have a website for apparel too. You can plug that, man. Go ahead, plug all your stuff, brother.
Yeah, it's all so if you go to Luck Too Fast, my Instagram, it's all on the link in the bio. I'm actually starting. I don't know. Some people don't like breeding dogs, but I'm starting it anyways.
That's a good business. You will get money in that.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to breed my dogs. My boy right here. Everybody asking about my dog. He right here asleep, y'all, and I actually just bought a new female. So, and I got a partner, obviously, but everything is on my Instagram, link in my bio. I mean, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate Cowboy Nation. It's been all love. I'm actually going to do a giveaway soon.
Okay.
On my
Okay.
cleats. These are one of my Cowboy cleats. It's got number 83 on it. That's obviously Terrence Williams. On the back, it say Bees.
Okay.
On these ones, on the other foot, it say Duffel. That's Bryce Butler's.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Bryce.
And then
Yes.
88.
That was tight, man. That group
That's
was tight.
fresh.
yeah, man. So I got a couple things over here.
And there go Luck. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do a giveaway soon. So y'all tune in, and I appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks, Lynn. Hey,
Appreciate it, man.
I'm gonna hit
Hey,
you
man,
up
we
after the show,
appreciate you.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, fam.
Hey man,
All right.
appreciate your time for us, man, and good luck to you. Great things, like Law said, great things are coming to you. You just a real cat. I love talking to real people that don't sugarcoat nothing. I got mad respect for you, man. I just want to see you kill this shit on everything you do, dog. 100.
Sir.
Man,
Yes,
you
sir.
got my
Appreciate
back
y'all.
too, man. I
Good
got
luck.
you, man. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Round
Peace.
of applause for Lucky Whitehead, y'all. Man, that was a fire guest appearance. That might have been one of our.
I get out of here.
Oh,
I
you
got
just,
you,
you
fam.
just click out. Yeah, you got you.
You just click out.
All right, well.
Brother.
You click back in. There you go.
Man, that hey.
Hey.
Look, he told the real.
He told
He
real.
real,
That-
man. Ah.
We
that
have been
might have
wanting the
been-
real. This is the hype.
That was the realest
This
interview.
is the
I
hype.
didn't call it interview. That was
This
just the realest guest I think we've
This
had
is
in
the
regards
realest.
to.
Yeah, I think this is
what
the
we-
realest.
And that's not. And I'm not knocking anybody else, but because we didn't usually get into personal stuff. But the fact, the courage, in my opinion, that it takes to come on air. I don't know if he, I'm not saying we're national TV,
Right.
but I'm going to say that a certain player, George Iloka, came onto the show and he said some things that were real, and the whole goddamn Twitterverse and sports world picked up on it, and so I wish nothing but blessings for Luck moving forward, man. It looked like he still got it.
Yeah.
I mean, he
He looks swole.
got it.
My goodness, man. It looked like he still got it.
Hey, but you know what, Sky and Law, just bouncing off that, I love when he came, he said, you know what? I keep hearing people talking about it. I ain't scared. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
of you, mother.
He told him. I don't care about y'all in the
He
comments.
said, I ain't scared of y'all. Y'all think I ain't going to talk about it? Let's talk about it. That's
Let's
why I
talk
respect. I had, you remember, Scott, when I had Matt Johnson on my show? He said the same thing to Luck. A lot of these players, maybe if they felt railroaded or something didn't happen and they didn't get their side, they do like our platform because they can speak on it, because Matt Johnson told me the same exact thing. When he said a lot of people didn't know my side of the story of what really happened during my time in Dallas. And he said, I really appreciate you for giving me the platform so I could tell my story. Now we cool as hell. We talk a lot now. And because they appreciate our realness, and hey, we ain't trying to disrespect you, dog. We want you to share your story, but we got nothing but love. And I believe when players see that Sky and Law from us, I believe it makes them open up more because they feel comfortable, because they can trust us, because we're not doing anything to try to damage you as a person.
No agenda. We're not in this for the clicks
No,
and
nope.
just in the headlines and we'll half truths and things like that. Man, listen, we want you to come on and have a good time. Promote what you can promote for your what's good for you and your family, and if you're helping people out, give your insight on the games coming up, professional athlete, and if you have personal things you want to talk about, you're free to do that here. It's probably also helps that they know that they're not going to be instantly on some ESPN timeline down here from saying what they say. If it gets around, it gets around, but at least if it gets around, you have a ton of people who heard the real part of it and can combat any type of fake headline that gets put out there. Like, no, that's not what he said. This is what happened. And here's the video of it. So I really appreciate that. And listen, man, give ourselves a pound in the back for this late night hype. Give the chat a pound in the back because they came with some good questions and good energy as well.
In the chat.
And where you go? I'm gonna just let my man say.
If you have not liked this, please like this. Go and share this because we're talking about pure commentator gold right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get it nowhere else except
one place.
Straight my hype.
Oh, I'm saying.
Yes, indeed. How long we were live though, Sky and James?
Listen, we was only supposed. Remember, we was like, it's like 20 minutes. They
He
always
15,
tell us
20
that.
minutes,
Give us
right?
like about 4 to 5 hours.
Everybody always be like, X amount of minutes, and then go over because they just like the feel.
Man, this is gold, man, and we're not backed by nobody.
Sky with the new
we
field.
all independent over here. Ain't that something?
Yeah.
Can you imagine sponsors?
From the bottom to the top.
You're silly, man.
A wet ass production. That's Sky.
That's Sky with the production, man.
From the bottom to the top. It's that wet ass production.
Production, baby.
No, listen, man. We just think between us, the YouTube community, Cowboys YouTube community, our individual communities and our fans and subscribers, I just think it makes a great team, brother. I just do.
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do. How'd y'all feel about that there, chat? That was awesome. Honestly, I could have kept talking to Luck. Somebody said, bring him back on. Shoot, he more than welcome come back on.
We definitely probably
Yeah.
will because we like Lucky.
Yeah. He's going to get picked up, man. He got some skills. And if you look at his Canadian football, when he was doing over there, he didn't look that bad out there, huh, James?
Not at all. Not at all. And like I said, whenever, like he said, he kept it real. Anybody that comes on with the Under Armour gear, they let you know they're trying to be cocky up in here.
He ain't lying.
Ooh, but hey, now I love the fact that we can go back and dissect some of this stuff that he was talking about.
Yes.
Especially,
we got it on tape.
He brought up Jerry Jones' lawyer, and I was like, oh. And then at the last part, when he brought in Stephen Jones about the Ezekiel Elliott situation, he said, hey, that was Ezekiel Elliott squeeze, right? He's like, what? No,
hey,
I didn't know
that stuff that Garrett was coming at him with, though, I didn't like that. I didn't like how Garrett was coming at him.
I didn't like how he left like that either.
Why
he
your
was
family
still good to me?
Yeah, like why your family locked up for? What'd they do? You know what I'm saying? They ain't none of your business why my family locked up. They don't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And then when he's saying, "Oh, you wasted a gold opportunity," like he was already guilty before anything else. I don't like that. They already put him as guilty. That was whack and wrong and disrespectful.
But see, he brushed over it when he brought up Ryan Switzer. But to me, my antenna start going up because first of all,
that was the setup.
When they drafted Switzer, we automatically thought, okay, somebody's on the outs, and we jumped Lucky and went straight to what's my brother's name? Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain fart.
Ron Switzer.
Was Switzer 2017 by the way?
Switzer was 2017. Yeah, he was because he was that draft pick, wasn't he? Because remember, we drafted him over at Xavier Woods, and
Xavier
I was
Woods, correct. So 2017.
Oh no! I was mad because they drafted him over George Kittle's, but that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole
Oh Lord, this don't start that law.
That's a whole different story. But
then they traded him for Jahan Ward.
Okay, stop.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is they're bringing Ryan Switzer, which we thought was to get out Beasley at some point, but then they traded Switzer after getting rid of Lucky, right? And for which we found out was bullshit.
Right.
Which we found out later in the news it was bullshit. But I mean, Luck's telling us, I'm telling you it wasn't me, and they still did that. That's frustrating.
Yeah, that's very frustrating. He's like, I did not do it. And y'all were like, nope, the decision's already made. We already released you. Like he said, it didn't matter what I said. They had already made the decision.
And the reason
that's
why
sad.
it's frustrating is because that can affect you moving forward.
Yeah.
You know, that's
they didn't care.
That's on your resume per se now, man. Ugh.
Yeah, and I think that goes a long, long way, especially if you like one of those guys that got like one of those issues, like sleeping with players, girlfriends, quote unquote, being fake news, and also stealing and all of that stuff. Although it's fake, I guarantee you the Jets was like the Hail Mary cry for him, and then he got hurt. It was just over from there. But now that he got this out, maybe his agent can pick up some things and say, hey, you know, this guy was innocent. Go to the late night hype, man. Listen to that interview, you know, or listen to when he was talking about that. We would never know how this guy can go to another team
That's the
and
truth.
just be one of those remarkable guys that be out there.
And
That's the truth.
and he has a tryout coming up in January. So good luck to Lucky Whitehead moving forward. And let's try to make a turn here in regards to Cowboys, current Cowboys. So, guys, remember last time, I think it was last week, we tried to get a hashtag late night hype in. No phones today, but we will get your hashtag. We'll get your hashtag late night hype in.
Did you see my head?
Look, James was about to. Y'all only do this dude. He not with y'all on this damn phone. Y'all be taking too long, apparently. But we'll still get the LNH in. We'll get the hashtag late night hype. Get your questions in, and we'll try to talk about Cowboys moving forward. Now, we could ourselves kind of revisit this Redskins thing, which a lot of us have already kind of said our piece with that since it was last week. Just a debacle of a fourth quarter. I don't know if you guys want to go down that road, but nonetheless, we do play the Ravens. I have no idea when. It was moved from Thursday to Sunday, now Monday, if I'm not mistaken now.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday now. See, Tuesday.
Tuesday now.
So
They're going to take all day, man. This is all Tuesday night supposed to be the
late night hype.
As soon as I said Tuesday, I said, well, you can't stop the hype.
Should we be live, though? You call me live.
Yeah. I'll be talking again.
We'll be live. We'll be talking again. I thought we was going to play RG3. Like, how fitting. The Redskins beat us on Thanksgiving. The last time they did that, they had RG3. And then we were supposed to play RG3, but for whatever reason, the NFL is penalizing every other team except the Ravens, who are the team that is.
And they're like, get better, Lamar. We need you to beat Dallas.
That's what it is. Lamar Jackson's going to be able to play.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to play, y'all. I mean, it just is what it is, man.
That's wild. That's just funny.
They got all of my dogs too. They got your dog. You got my dog Duvernay over there. Prochet. You got Dez.
Queen.
Patrick Queen. That's who I wanted so bad. I wanted Patrick Queen so bad.
Oh my God, man! They got all of my guys over there on the Ravens. Sometimes when the Ravens draft y'all, they be like in my head. I be like, that's the person.
Broader said this. Excuse me. Broader said the same thing one year on the draft show. It was like the Ravens are literally taking everyone that we want to mock to Dallas.
Right.
Remember the Carl Davis draft? Like, they took like 4 players in that draft that the Cowboys were excited, fans, and were excited about taking them. But they draft well. They do a lot well in regards to building their organization. And they're one of the organizations I always talk about, even though they didn't win a Super Bowl or anything in the last 5-10 years. Well, yes, they did in 10 years. The last 5 to 8 years, right? They didn't win the Super Bowl since that Super Bowl, but they've always been in contention. They've always made, in my opinion, really good front office moves. They seamlessly went from, I'm having a brain fart here, the Hall of Fame tight end. That was their GM.
Ozzie Newsome.
Ozzie Newsome. They seamlessly went from Ozzie Newsome to the new general manager, and he's making really good calls with Marcus Peters, with Calais Campbell, Yannick Ngakoue. And even Mark Ingram signing was good, but it's not a bad signing in the sense it's going to hurt them as he kind of diminishes out. And what they do, they just drafted their running back, So I really like the way they built their team. J.K. Dobbins, yeah. I like how they build their team in the front office, man. It's going to be a tough game.
afraid to
Say
wheel and
something,
deal.
Sky. Say something one more time. I heard you say a word 2 times. I heard you say a word 2 times in that sentence. Say it one more time. He said the front office. He said the front office. See, he didn't say the coach. He didn't say the players. He said, I really love the front office and what the front office does. So you see what I'm saying? When people want to talk to me, oh, you don't want to blame Jerry. It's the easiest thing to do. But guess what? I heard my dog Sky say, you know what? I really like the Ravens. And one of the reasons why I really like the Ravens is that front office.
I say this all the time, guys, and I'm gonna continue to say it because it's so real. You need 3 things to sustain success as an organization. You need, at the bottom level of the top 3, a quarterback, a head coach, and a front office. You have to have all 3 of them. Even if you have a Tony Romo or Dak Prescott without the other 2, it doesn't matter.
All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
Now, can you get away with quarterback, head coach, suspect front office? You could if the players can overcome it. Sure.
You better have some dope-ass players.
Well, in my opinion, Dallas had a ton of dope players over the last decade, but we know the other 2 levels just weren't quite there. Quite there. We got some LNHs, some hashtag LNH with your question. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing started. You ready?
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it, man. All right, hashtag late night hype from Steve Lupton. Will the Cowboys ask Zeke to restructure his deal in an effort to get out of his contract?
Ooh, that's a damn good question. No.
He's the best player on the team, so that's no as well. Now, he do have a clause in his contract if something kind of happened like with the Tiffany scandal again, that they can get rid of him for free. Go ahead. He's on the up and up good end.
What you think, Scott?
So his question is, will they ask him to take a pay cut, essentially, to restructure? I think they could ask him because they did it with DeMarcus Lawrence. I think it'd be stupid. I'm not touching the running back's money because I'm trying to get out of his contract. But if you restructure it, you can't get out of it. It's just going to make it tougher because you're pushing the money down. So leave Zeke's contract where it's at. Give it a few years when you can get out of it safely, and that be that. Hashtag late night hype from Cowboy Mike. If we pick number 3, would you take Penei Sewell or trade down for a king's ransom and drop to 10 to 11? That's tough.
I want picks.
Me too.
I want picks.
That's tough. That's a tough one. I guess how much? How many picks are we getting? It all kind of depends. Sewell's tough to pass on. Because you could slide him in that left guard, and now you kind of have a really damn good line again. And if one of your tackles goes down, you can, boom, he's right out there to left tackle. But here's something to think about. Zach Martin looked damn good at tackle. I think you now have to go into the rest of his career.
You got to keep Connor McGovern in the lineup, too.
And you got depth in Connor as well. But I think moving forward, you have to say, hey, if we need Zach to play tackle, we know he can do it. So you kind of got to keep that in the back of your head as you're building the depth of the line, in my opinion.
And he played tackle in college.
Who you talking about?
Zach.
Yeah. I mean, that's what he was. He was a tackle.
That's what he was, a tackle.
Carson Smith, late night hype, says top 5 draft need. Top 5. I'm draft needs and best player at those positions. Oh yeah. All right. Top 5 draft needs and best player at those positions in that draft. Carson, there will be a draft show. That's a little bit too. We're talking. Yeah, Wayne. I'm not personally there at.
Neither am I.
You're talking about 25 players you want us to rattle off at top 5 in those positions. I don't.
And
have
it's only December.
It's only December.
It's only December. A lot of stuff is going to change.
Yeah, I don't have that. Another draft question, which this is pretty much what the rest of the season is draft. Early, but this is from Javaris. He says, early, but would you rather have J.C. Horn or Patrick Surtain? And I know Law has been looking into both. I don't know if you have, James. So I'll start with Law. Patrick Surtain or J.C. Horn?
Well, right now, Patrick Surtain is the shoe-in right now. But, it's still too early. There's still things that I will have to uncover, so I have not dived into all of his tape, and I'm just now starting to watch J.C. Horn tape, who's was it Joe Horn's son, So both of these guys got good football pedigree, but it's too soon right now. I'm still at the bottom end. I like to start my evaluation from the bottom end and work my way down. So I can't give you a fair assessment right now.
How about you, James?
I'm gonna say that as well. People had brought up to me J.C. Horn the other day, so I went out and checked out some of his tape. It looked good, but like Law said, and this is not trying to back away from it, but a lot of things changed. This only December 1st. You know what I'm saying? The draft ain't till April. It's gonna be a lot of back and forth of changes, bowl games, senior bowls. Those change a lot of the work.
Yep.
But just like Law said, you got two kids that have good bloodlines. And usually when you have the good bloodlines, it kind of trends for you to be the good player. Let's look at Antonio Winfield Jr. His dad was a dog, right? And you see how he come right in playing that position, and he's playing seamlessly. So the bloodlines definitely help, but we need a little bit more time before we can fully evaluate some of these guys, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
Indeed. All right, we got another one. King Marquise, late night hype. What's the condition of Tyler? I'm guessing it means Biotish. And what's our O-line for Tuesday?
Well, go ahead, Jay.
I about to say, it's Steele, right? It's going to be in. Brandon Knight. You're going to have Looney, McGovern, and Williams.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and maybe Sanat or one of those guys as our backup tackles because, guys, we are down literally we've been down 4 tackles all year.
Yeah.
That's wild.
And guess who we playing against? A nice front four, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's going to be a long day.
I'm going to give you props, Sky. I will give a little bit more props to Philbin because if you had something like that, I can only imagine. I mean, I coach. You losing top players here and there, and then you got to mix in guys that you're like, I don't know about you.
What choice
and
you got?
You still got to make it. So I'm going to give him props. I'm agree with you on
well, we'll see how he handles it. I mean, again, but yeah, so far it's really hard for me to just get on Philbin this year.
Yeah.
Mulligan.
Dude's been having rough right now. Any other LNHs y'all see? I know there's a ton. I'm just trying to get at. Late night hype. Is
I
this
got one.
Xavier? What? Oh, he must be late. Okay.
I got 2 of them.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got Hulk the Bodyguard says, how do you personally think the NFL should have handled this season with COVID?
A lot of players saying they shouldn't even have had a season. You know?
They should have figured out that bubble thing a little bit earlier.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
if they could do a bubble, yeah, because Adam Silver looks like a genius right now.
Man, he's a good ass. They went from him, your boy Stern, to him, and it was seamless. He's done a great job with the NBA. I think he's the best commissioner out right now.
For sure.
Hands down. Yeah.
Jordan Hartman, late night hype. Do you think Gilbert will start over Dalton against the Ravens? No, I don't.
No.
I'm telling you, they're doing AD a solid. You know, and I know you, Scott, don't like that, but that's just what it is, and that's what I can see.
I hate that. If that's the case, if they're just, hey, we're gonna do you a solid, but this front office, we know how they are.
Yeah. I got a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
My fault.
No, I'm just reading questions. Go ahead.
It's from Noah Rivera.
Mm-hmm.
He says, who do you think, unbiased, is the best team in the NFC East as of now? Ooh.
I gotta turn the music off for that.
Damn,
You just asked me who the best team in this shitty ass division is.
He asked it, not me. Noah did. Noah's Ark did. I'm going to say the Giants.
Well, I'm going to say, you saying the Giants? I'm going to go with the Washington no names,
Probably.
right now.
Probably. Because they got that defense.
So we're talking right now at this second?
As of right now.
I don't even know. I don't know how to answer this.
I'm gonna go with you too.
Because
Law.
last week,
I'm gonna switch, Law. I'm
last
gonna go
week,
Washington too.
Listen, the Cowboys had the best.
I know, right?
The best victory in the entire NFC East last week. Seriously, I'm not joking. Go look at the schedule. Who all these teams beat? We all beat each other. That's pretty much what happened. Right. Go look at this. They had the best victory all year on the road against Minnesota, coming off 4 victories in a row, whatever it was. Against the leading rusher in the league. I thought they had the best team win. And a lot of people, analysts, even Cowboy fans, even non-Cowboy fans, like, Dallas is going to win the division. Just the week before that, Dallas was playing for the number 1 overall pick. Just the week before that, the Giants were 1-7.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a week-to-week thing. This week, I guess I guess Washington, because I trust Alex Smith more than I trust Colt McCoy.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess when Daniel Jones comes back, then what? Is it Giants again? It's just this division's putrid. It doesn't matter. Whoever gets in is getting their ass whooped in round one. Because for injury wise, and then just being not a good team, in my opinion, with the Eagles wise, these teams are just not going to be able to hang. Now, for some odd reason, the Cowboys were able to get Zach Martin back, Cam Irvin back, Trevon Diggs back, right? Maybe they make it kind of competitive, but who knows?
Let me raise you. One, who had the best coach in this division, including the Mulligans?
Ron Rivera.
I think it's the Reds. I gotta stop saying that. The Washington football team.
Ron Rivera. I'm giving it to Ron Rivera.
That brother, he fighting for his life,
literally,
and he's still coaching. Man, I'm sitting there like,
appreciate
he's
the
going
question,
through that, and he's still coaching the team, and they're not going for it on their side of the field. I know I'm not going to go there.
I gotta get.
Don't do that, Law. Don't do that, Law.
Hold on. I gotta give respect to Joe Judge though.
Right, I'll give.
I do have to give respect to Joe Judge. They, no matter who, if even though it's been terrible teams, they've won 3 in a row for the first time since 2016. So I got to give Joe Judge. I got to give Joe Judge some credit. I'm not saying he's the best. I'm just saying I'm giving him credit.
Yeah, and he's a first-year coach.
Carson Smith wants to know, is Pat Pete still good? A guy to get in free agency. I'll be doing a feature on him. I'm sure we all will be on the free agents as the season moves forward. It depends on how much the money.
I'm cool on Pat Pete. When I seen what your boy was doing to him, Metcalf, and I know Metcalf.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm just saying.
He burned Slay last
night.
Metcalf
burning
I know Metcalf
everybody.
I know, but when you look at Patrick Peterson, he's just not that guy no more. You feel me?
He's not the best corner in the league, right? Or the top 5 corner. He's not. That's why I say it depends on the money. He's gonna
still want that money.
It depends on the money. If he wants number one money, I'm good. But I'd rather have him over Awuzie.
Because he got 3 picks this year, right, Pat Pete?
I'd rather have him over Awuzie. I just would.
You ain't never lying about that. Every time I try to get hyped on Awuzie Sky, he always want to do some goofy stuff. Like, you make me mad, Awuzie. Every time I'm like, I like the Awuzie. I like to bring you back. And then I watch you and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I want to bring you back.
No comment for me on Awuzie.
Awuzie.
Nah, you need to not have no comment on your hip pocket. Almost that shit.
Jordan.
Yeah, hip pocket.
Lit pocket.
Leave me alone.
I'm gonna go ahead.
Lit pocket. Not hip pocket. Lit pocket now.
Jared says, do you guys see any coaching changes this offseason, mainly on defense? Salute, fellas. Salute, Jared.
Yeah.
No, they ain't gonna change
Scott McCurley, linebackers coach, fire him.
Who?
Scott McCurley, linebackers coach, fire him. I like Tom Sula. I'm cool with you moving on. I'm cool with Mike Nolan gone. I'm cool with Leon Lett being gone. I like him just because he played in Dallas. Don't mean we got to keep him. Okay. And only 2 people I would keep on defense. Al Harris is hanging by the thread of his chin. That's because he ain't got his kind of guy. So I want to see another year. Maurice Lindquist was a rookie this year. I'm going to give him a pass because I just don't want to give up on young people. But them other guys I mentioned, yeah.
I think there's going to be change. I don't know if they'll go linebacker coach. That's real. That's like real detailed. I think they'll go broader. I think it could be Nolan. Now, if Nolan is gone, then you got a new DC coming in that maybe wants his guys. I don't know how that would work. Or if the head coach has the say on defensive, assistants. Do you blame the linebacker coach for Jalen Smith being porous?
It's not just him, and I'm not blaming him for being porous, but you got to coach these guys up. I just showed a film where you had LVE getting totally faked out by Alex Smith on a fake. You got to be able to coach these linebackers up. I am not impressed by our linebackers this year at all. And if you came in as a new coach and our linebackers have regressed, our linebacking core is not good right now.
But let me ask you something. They weren't good last year with an entirely different coaching staff.
McCurley, bye.
I'm just asking. Let me ask you something. Were they good last year?
Well, let me play devil. Can I play devil's advocate over here?
But they should have got a little bit better. They look even worse than last year to me.
Does the whole defense look worse?
Well, yeah.
That's all. But you see where I'm getting at. I'm just trying. I'm just pressing. You see what I'm saying? So do we just go ahead and axe the entire defensive staff?
I'm cool with axing everybody on the defense because we don't Sky. We need a deep.
Hey, listen, I would not be mad at that.
We always getting these offensive gurus, and we get offensive coaches. When we get the only 3 really defensive coaches we had was Campo, Wade Phillips, and Bill Parcells, right? But when we had them, even when you had Campo, they had top 10 defenses. Now I'm not, and here's my thing. Y'all should know. Y'all know offense. I don't hate on offense, but as I said before, defense carries you wherever you go. In the dirt, in the mud, in the rain, in the snow, it will carry you and it will keep you. And that's what we need. We don't have a defense. We haven't had a defense in a very long time. 2018, okay, but it wasn't dominant by anything.
Well, let me say this though, Big Game James and Sky.
Okay.
And I'm being devil's advocate right here. If you had a choice to get rid of bring in a new defensive coordinator or a new offensive coordinator, which one would it be? You can only pick one. Which one would you do right now?
You almost have to be defense, right? Has to be.
I want a defensive coordinator. Get Sean Lee, get him the paperwork, get him to figure it out. I feel like Sean Lee would be nasty. That's just me. I've been feeling it for a while because he's a different type of mind. He's a Peyton Manning type mind. He was coaching when he was at Penn State. When he had it tore up his knee at Penn State, he was on that sidelines coaching. He's a natural coach. I believe that you don't want to
ease him in though.
Did they ease John Lynch in when he became general manager of the San Francisco 49ers?
That's general manager.
Well, that's even a bigger task, isn't it?
That's not coaching players. That's putting.
So what? You still managing things?
No. John Lynch didn't retire and become a GM the next year.
But he never had any experience.
Well, people get hired that don't have a ton of experience. I'm talking about coaching.
So that's what I'm saying. I feel like Sean Lee wouldn't need all that kind of experience to make it happen.
He's going to come in and be the defensive coordinator.
Why couldn't he? What would stop him from not doing
it? At least let him be an assistant first. He hasn't coached.
I mean, there's people that's come in the league and haven't coached or did things.
Somebody mentioned Ken Norton Jr.
I don't want no Ken Norton Jr. I want Sean Lee as our defense coordinator.
We did ease. Kellen Moore did not retire and become offensive coordinator. He was assistant coach first. At least 1 year. Granted, we think that was still too short, but it was at least 1 year. Like I just think that just right off with the headset, calling the plays and running the defense, but never done it before. That's not even just never done it before. Never just coach people. That's a big ask.
I think he can do it.
I think more importantly,
I think what the Jones is going to do, they high on optimism. They're going to look at everything. They label it as a mulligan. And they're going to bring this in and say, we're going to bring in Mike Nolan's people as it relates to getting rid of Jordan Lewis, getting rid of Cheeto Woozier, getting rid of Xavier Woods. And they're going to look at this thing again to see how this thing can work out with his people.
See, I checked out Mike Nolan, and this is where I said, in his 22 years of coaching, I mean, when you look at his disparity, he's only had like 5 years where you had low rushing yard in the top 10 and low rushing yards. And like in 22 years, it hasn't been impressive. It's been more of 15, 18, 21, 22, rankings. And I'm not hating, but that's real. If you've only had like 5 seasons out of 22 where you've had top defenses, and then when I seen Tom Sula, the record under him hasn't been great. I'm not hating, but you still have to look at those things. We needed an aggressive defense flat out. Too many times we are always relying on our offense, okay? We need defense.
We don't need aggressive defense. We need a good defense. I don't give a damn if it's blitzing aggressive or what. Just give us a good defense, point blank, period. I think beyond the coaching situation, we need to know what the hell are we? What is our identity on defense? The whole hybrid thing, I think, kind of I thought the hybrid thing was going to be cool because we still would have an identity, right? Big guys up front, 3-4 rushers that can put their hand in the dirt and stand up. We come to find out that is not the case. The one big guy we brought in couldn't hold up. He wasn't good anymore. So we don't have any big guys up there that are that talented. The put your hand in the dirt or stand up, that shit ain't hold up. DeMarcus Lawrence can't do it. Everson Griffin can't do it. Alden Smith is the only one that could do it until Randy Gregory got back. But we don't even know if Alden Smith is going to be back. So we need to develop a true identity, and that goes back to what you were saying, Law. Is that bringing in Nolan's people? We try to bring in Nolan's people in regards to these free agents, or if you want to call it Nolan's. But we try with these free agents. In the draft, let's see. Trevon Diggs looking good, right? We may have something there. Let's see if we can bring in some more. But it's going to take a collective effort in free agency and in the draft to form this identity that I don't even know what is yet. Somebody asked in there, how is this front office going to build on the offense and the defense? Do we really know right now?
We don't know.
We don't know what's going to happen. Don't nobody know what Dez Jones is going to do.
Well, I don't mean that, but you know how you knew with Jason Garrett and with Rod Marinelli and Chris Richard, right? You knew their philosophies. You knew how they wanted to build their team. I don't know that we can even say that right now because we tried in the free agency route with 1 year older veterans, and then in the draft we got CeeDee Lamb and Trevon Diggs and Neville Gallimore, things like that. They were kind of all over. There was no real one philosophy, and it was kind of BPA. Let's just be real, right?
Yep.
We picked up CD in the first round. Trevin fell to our lap in the second. Neville, according to them, was a high second round or a second round grade. So we kind of just drafted as opposed to drafting for what we want. Because let's be real, when we got Neville, and I'm not trying to get too deep, what were we all saying? Yo, Tristan Hill's on on notice. We already have a 3-tech. So I don't know their philosophy right now, except for they told me they wanted big guys. They went and got one, and he was washed. So
And then they might be gun shy now. So
well, like I said,
we still got to figure out with Tristan Hill. We can talk glowingly about him. We can say that he was turning the corner, but
I think
it's still an evaluation process for him to see what you got out of Tristan Hill.
I think we're overblowing the Tristan Hill thing. Yes, he had some splashes, but we need to slow the hell down. If we can bring in somebody that's better than Tristan Hill, you do it. He's not just stamped made man yet.
Yeah, but the Jones,
they
know how to sell that optimism. And I hate to talk about it, but that's just how it goes.
James.
I was just saying, he's ranked dead last on Pro Football Focus.
Well, PFF is interesting. But sometimes you be like, what the hell? And other times you be like, oh, that makes sense.
No, that makes sense. You see another guy and you be like, come on, dog.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really like their grades. I just like the
grades.
stats that they give you as opposed to their grades.
Yeah.
Screw their grades.
Breakdowns, like when they do their breakdowns are great, but when they say, oh, this player is ranked third, no, he's not.
Man, my Sosa's a beast. Listen, shout out to our guy. Sosa, a.k.a. the Cowboys Network. Great comment here. He says, the front office is stunting the growth of the defense throughout the years by continuing to not value the positions this team really needs on that side of the ball. Let me repeat that because it's so true. The front office is stunting the growth of this defense throughout the years by continuing to not value the positions this team really needs on that side of the ball. And we're talking about defensive tackle. And we're talking about safety, okay? The middle of the field. They have not been addressed. And really, if you want to be real, guys, we took Leighton Vander Esch at linebacker in, 2018? 2018.
Yeah, 2018, yeah.
Last time we took a first-round linebacker. Before that.
You scratching my mind.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So that
Bobby
middle
Carpenter
of
this year.
Bobby Carpenter, 2005. Late in was that 05 or some shit like that? Maybe a little bit earlier than that. Nonetheless, over a decade ago. So maybe you right, Law, they get gun shy.
Hey, I said that too with Stephen Jones. He gets scary because think about it. When Stephen Jones doesn't get a return on something that he did, he like, I ain't touching that again. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to spend that money again. And like you said, Law, and the gun shyness, that's what has bothered me about Stephen Jones in free agency. He gun shy as hell because he's scared. When you mentioned Justin Simmons, Sky, we was feeling that. But you know what? We know it ain't going to happen because Stephen Jones is scared. He's scared to go out there and get this guy because he's scared if I sign this guy and he doesn't do anything, everybody's going to say, Stephen Jones don't know what he's doing. And he's scared of that. So instead of going out there and having some cojones, some big fucking nuts, excuse my language.
Tell him, tell him, James.
Excuse me.
Tell him.
What?
No, I like that.
It.
Instead of getting some big fucking nuts, he wants to go, let's go get a guy that's 34. And yeah, that's the shut up signing. See, y'all shut up. I got somebody for y'all, but you ain't got the nuts, the ball to get somebody real because you're scary. Grow some nuts, bruh.
What my man say in Scarface? All a man got in this world is his words.
His
and
balls in my. He said, "Hey, Sosa."
Sosa, tell him.
He said, "Hey, Sosa."
Hey, man. Listen to me, man.
He said, "Hey, Sosa."
Hey, and just like we went and got Breland Speaks, that shut down all of that
Yeah,
stuff.
right,
You know,
exactly.
it just kind of like the DeAndre Baker situation. And I'm not saying that he's a gem. I don't even know what he's doing over in Kansas City. I have not watched him play yet. But I will say that the Joneses are expertise in marketing. They know how to put the entertainment piece because that's what he said this morning. Hey, you still got to figure out a way to insert entertainment. And they win it in that category.
I hear this a lot, too. And that's all. Shout out to you. Where'd you go, brother? I'm not sure where you went. Oh, King Mill 908. I would imagine he's not a Cowboy fan. He says, me personally, y'all should have never drafted Lamb. Y'all needed defense. You got to be careful with this. This is going around now this year. CD Lamb was better than every single player left on that board, in my opinion. Now, time will tell as we move forward. But there's a few players, I guess, if you do hindsight, right? Like somebody like Jeremy Chin. Yeah, of course you would take Jeremy Chin in the first round now.
We were going to take Caleb Von Chasen.
Exactly, but Jeremy Chin wasn't going in the first round, right? At pick 17, right? So you're talking about maybe a Patrick Queen is who you're talking about, right? Possibly. But was Patrick Queen a top 10 player on everybody's draft board pretty much? No. Right. And if you can't get mad at the Cowboys, not you, King Mill, but a lot of Cowboys fans do. Get mad at the Cowboys for not sticking to BPA. And then when they stick to BPA, you still get mad. You can't have your cake and you can't have your what is it, guys? Your
cake and eating too.
Cake and eating too. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do that. Yeah,
because Taco wasn't BPA by the way.
No, that was a pound the table. We need defense. And when we went all defense, it was look at all the when we went hard on defense in 2017, all them players gonna be gone.
Yeah. My man Wink said, and I'm gonna ask this question to the panel here. He asked a while ago, who are the defensive core players to basically build around? Because I think we were talking about how there really is not many you can count on right now. You got DeMarcus Lawrence.
But this is what I would do. You know for sure with DeMarcus Lawrence, with your mindset, you can say, okay, we got DeMarcus Lawrence. He's going to be good at stopping the run. He's not giving us the volume as it relates to sacks, but we got to figure out how we can complement him with a big body inside. That will be complimentary. And with Diggs, we know Diggs can ball. Everybody that's in here watching, we know Diggs can ball. But you got to complement him with a safety. You can't roll this out with Xavier Woods. And we know that I love Donovan Wilson. But I don't want Donovan Wilson to do it all by himself again.
And his jury's still out, first of all.
And jury's still out.
We love him. We love what he's doing right now.
Invest in that spot.
I'm good with D-Law. I wanted him to show some be better, and he's been better. I think we have to just accept that DeMarcus Lawrence is a all-around player first.
I'm tired of people sucking on him, man.
Well, yeah, you what happened was you got the people that were sucking on him earlier when he was not playing his best ball. And there was a lot of excuses, but then he came on. I have no issues with D-Law.
He still only got 4.5 sacks.
But if he finishes the season with 8, are we complaining if he's also been good in every other area? I'm not, because I'm looking at DeMarcus Lawrence as a like I said, all-around player first, pass rusher second. So if he's an 8 to 10 sack guy for the rest of his career, but he does the other things very, very, very well, I can live with that. But he wasn't doing that earlier. He wasn't getting any sacks and barely any pressures. That's why I was like, wait a minute, this ain't right. He needs to step up, and he did. So I'm good with D-Law, but then here's the thing. You only got, in my opinion, D-Law and Diggs. That's it. I don't trust LVE's health.
Think of anybody else.
No Jalen
What about
Smith.
Randy Gregory?
Gregory, yeah.
You counting that as a core, though? I mean,
I can depend on him now. He can roll him up as long as he want now and Blaze.
Again,
I can depend
I
on him.
love Randy Gregory, but I got to see more than 4 games to be like I can count on Randy Gregory for foreseeable future. I got to see more. I know I've seen D-Law for years. You know, Diggs, granted, and that may be hypocritical because Diggs is a rookie and only played, 8 or 9 games. But I think we got a good sense that Diggs is going to be here.
Well, let me ask you this,
4
guy.
years.
If LVE play these last 5 games with no injuries, would you move him up into that category and say, okay, it will be Law, Gregory, LVE, and Diggs? Those will be our cores on the defense, and we'll see if we can draft a safety and a defensive tackle to blend this thing in, and then try to, before the 3rd round goes, maybe jump back into the 3rd round, get one of these DBs.
I can't on one hand ask Randy Gregory to see more, to see him be available more, and then not ask that for LVE. I gotta ask it. I need to see more than 10 games.
Than these last 5 games.
Yeah, I need more.
I don't even need to see the games. It's all cool being healthy. I need to see you being more physical, dog. LVE is not the most. He's not the most physical player. He's not. He has all the athletic gifts, the size, the speed. He has all those measurables. But if you're playing the middle. You're taking on players, you're taking on blocks, you're getting all the heat, all the trash, all that. And you got to prove a whole season playing Mike linebacker that you're the dog. Because sometimes he's just not physical, and I don't like that if you're playing the Mike linebacker.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like this scheme for these guys right now. You already got suspect linebackers in regards to, in my opinion, Jalen Smith. I think LVE can be a good linebacker in this league. He's been a good linebacker in this league. I looked at him more as a 4-3 guy. This 3-4, I'm just not feeling it for him. But that could bring up problems in the draft, because if we're going to stick to this 3-4 hybrid stuff, I'm trying to tell y'all, and I don't mean to get too draft here. Linebacker is high now. It sounds crazy, but I do think linebacker is a high need for this team.
I've been telling y'all.
And I'm going Micah.
Micah Parsons, huh?
Are you going to wait? How high are you drafting him?
Wherever the hell we at.
Ooh, wee.
I could see him now on the late night.
Oh, they'd be pissed.
Yeah,
they'd be pissed. I mean, if Penei Sewell's there, right? You take the premium, they call it the money 5 position. But I'd imagine we're not gonna have a shot at Penei Sewell. But
would your thoughts change if Dallas just cut Jalen Smith? Would you be thinking, okay, Dallas is serious. We're really serious.
You ain't got to cut him, in my opinion. But if they did cut him, yes, it's even more like, dog.
You would feel like, okay,
you need to get a,
guess what? We're being real here. You know what I'm saying? You'd be thinking like, okay, but guess what? It ain't going to happen. And that's why we're going in the same damn circle year after year.
I didn't get y'all 2 thoughts on this because we didn't do the post-game show. But what was your thought after you saw Jalen Smith catch that interception?
He was going to get caught.
He was going to get caught. I was like,
that was the first thing I thought.
Like,
please run all the way in the end zone.
Somebody block Terry.
My second thought was, please score this touchdown, because if we get it to the 5-yard line, we're not going to score a touchdown. That was my exact thoughts.
As soon as he got caught, bro, I said, God.
I said, oh, damn, we going to field goal. That was my first thought. We going to field goal.
And not to rain on Ezekiel Elliott, but I just wish I would have had you guys' thoughts on his fumble. What was your thoughts on the fumble?
I had people saying that he hit it with it. Somebody kicked it out. No, he didn't.
I don't care. I just at this point, man, I don't want to bash Zeke. I don't want to do this. We do it seems like every week, but my stance is what it is. You don't pay a running back 2 years before you need to pay him when he's Ezekiel Elliott, a player like Ezekiel Elliott. I just didn't see the need to do it.
This is on one thing I'm gonna say about Zeke,
say
and I said it last night on my show, and I don't care if you think I'm bashing him. I don't give a f. You so what? When I seen Derrick Henry, okay, and I know he's got a really good offensive line, right? Derrick Henry's a beast. Now, when Derrick Henry first came to the league, he had DeMarco Murray, right? Because DeMarco Murray came over and he didn't have all those carries on his body. And now you can see where he's still fresh because he didn't get the wear and tear because DeMarco Murray is there, right? But even then, Bob Sturm should follow him on Twitter. I know you guys do, especially you, Scott. He's got good stuff. But he posted something where it said Zeke had like 600 something touches.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry had like 497, still had 300 something more yards than him. You know what I'm saying? Those touches are wearing Zeke down. And also, I honestly feel when I seen Derrick Henry working out, I'm like, gosh, dog, that motherfucker don't play. Like he is in that gym getting better and stronger. Zeke Elliott, when's the last time he had a 40-yard run? When the last time he had a 20-yard run?
Oh,
Derrick Henry is 6'3", 260 pounds. He's running 90-yarders.
Weekly.
He's running 60-yarders, 70-yarders. That is a big man. And he's a year older than you, Zeke. So that tells me, in my opinion, because this goes back to even when we talk about that Tiffany Thompson, when he was talking about, I did cocaine when I was at Ohio State. I did Xanax. I did pills. I kicked it. I still feel like Zeke is a party and BS type guy. He's a guy that still likes to kick it. He still likes to do his thing. And when you kick it and don't train as hard, you look like that on the field.
A guy that gets by off his talent alone, not his
right.
work.
I just feel like he's been spoiled all his life. I'm sorry. It's my opinion. You've been spoiled all your life and you don't feel like you have to go as hard because my name is Ezekiel Elliott. I can train, but I don't got to go nutty because I'm still the man. When you see other guys like a Derrick Henry, he wants it. When I see Derrick Henry, I'm telling you, man, that workouts he was doing this year was ridiculous. I don't see Zeke doing that. You don't have to show post-workout videos, but I just feel like Zeke does not work out as hard, and that's why you're seeing the decline as well.
And you got to understand that, you know, that Henry, he comes down here in Dallas land to work out, by the way. Sanders Fitness, man, is that dude right there is a beast. You know, it's right here in Dallas or in this area, man, and he goes out here and he goes hard, you know. Derrick Henry is just different. You ain't going to see him on live.
He's different as hell.
He's different, but you see a guy 260 pounds still getting 70, 50.
That's what makes him different.
Yarders.
That's what makes him different. He's 6'4", 260, maybe more than that. And it's crazy is it's not like he got Tyreek Hill speed.
But doesn't he look sleek when he runs?
He's a train. You know, when a train gets some steam going, you can't catch the train once it's moving. You give him any amount of room and some steam, it's a wrap. Because people don't want to tackle that man. He's a locomotive coming at him.
And if for anybody to just give it all to his offensive line, go back and watch Tennessee. Go back and watch their tape. You know, look, it's been how many games it been since Ezekiel had busted 20-yarder, 25-yarder, you know.
Well, yeah, 120-yard this year and he fumbled. And then
he fumbled.
Other than that, it's been since last year and he only had like 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. That might be high. So
yeah. So, man, and then this is not a comparison of Ezekiel Elliott and Henry, but this is just calling out a spade a spade. Look, James, we grew up in our era.
It's comparison to me.
That's what we did. Thurman Thomas versus Emmett. You know,
Emmitt Smith, Thurman Thomas,
Barry
Sanders
versus Jerome Bettis.
Exactly.
We did this all day. You know, we didn't do the offensive line. We just said, hey, these are the running backs. This is what, man, you see what Barry Foster did? You know, that's like us old school people that watch the tape. It wasn't all, hey, look at the offensive line. Look what they're doing. Look how they setting up this and setting up that. No, it was just like, who's the best running back?
It's a whole different era though. Back then the game was all about running backs. Nowadays it's not about running backs, and that goes to the point. You don't pay it. I mean, they pay Henry, and he's beasted right now. I don't know how much longer that's going to go.
Exactly. It could turn in 1 year with a running back. It can change in one. That's the one thing about a running back. He can be super productive, but it only takes 1 year and he can decline instantly. That's what happens with a running back because you're taking on the carries. And honestly, I feel like the reason why Derrick Henry is fresh is because DeMarco Murray was there first. He did not get those carries. DeMarcus Murray was that workload the first couple of years. And remember, Henry was frustrated because he was playing the back role. He wasn't getting them carries. He was frustrated. Then when Murray went, now I'm fresh. I'm not getting them carries. I'm rolling through you fools.
And he's still kind of fresh, but eventually I think it'll catch up to him just because of the nature of the position. which again goes back to not paying a running back. It's just
But
Do we think Derrick Henry's going to be doing that at 29 years old?
but I
don't
got to say this. There was this weird stat that came out, and I've seen some people say Derrick Henry is George. Was it dude that came to the Dallas, used to play for
Eddie George.
Eddie George. He's not that because the way he run, he used that stiff arm. He know how to get out of bounds.
He is not Eddie
Derrick
George.
Henry is not taking a lot of hits that people think that he's doing.
Derrick Henry, I'm sorry, Eddie George was a monster, but Derrick Henry is different because Eddie George didn't have that speed that Derrick Henry does.
If they can appropriately dish out his carries and touches through his contract, then he may be fine. But if they're going to give him the Zeke touches, 350, 400 every year,
you're not gonna make
I think it's going to catch up to him. And if they can keep his line in front of him really good, then he'll probably be fine. But again, I just think you need way too much to go well to pay a running back top money, unless there are very few exceptions. And I'm going to throw CMC in there because CMC is a legitimate deadly weapon out of the backfield. So you're talking about, and that's what Le'Veon Bell was going for. And I personally think that CMC is better. But that's what Le'Veon Bell was going for. He was going for, hey, I'm also a receiver. So pay me money.
But he hurt.
So regardless of offensive
back
line
in the
or not,
Steelers,
let me just do this eyeball test. I'm going to ask y'all too. Would you ever see Ezekiel Elliott hurdle a defensive back again?
If he go in a weight room and go hard and he go to training and get back to that agile Zeke, other than that, what he ain't worried about hurdling.
He don't give a hell. He got his money. He got his money. And I'm not saying that he's thinking that because I don't know Ezekiel's mind, but he got his bread. I'm good. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like you have to go on there and show workout videos to people. But I'm telling you, man, for people to sit there and say that Ezekiel Elliott is still the same back, it's just a line, man, y'all delusional as shit.
Corey, this conversation we're having is not about fault. He said last season we all acted like it was Dak's fault. I didn't. Now he's not there. Now it's Zeke's fault. No one is blaming this season on Zeke. This isn't a fault type of thing. This is just a reality that he is not the same player. The sooner that the stands of Zeke, not saying you are one, but there are, can get that in their heads that, it's okay to say he ain't the same player. And then you have to be okay with not deploying him the same. You keep running him out there, getting 95% of the touches, Zeke going to be done or even sooner. Yep. You have an explosive, agile back in Tony Pollard back there. I'm not asking for Tony Pollard to get 20 touches. I don't need that. You give Tony Pollard 12 touches a game, that's going to help Ezekiel Elliott. You use Tony Pollard and Zeke together, that's going to help Ezekiel Elliott, and it's going to help your football team.
Along his career.
But if you're going to just Zeke, like this is 2016, fresh out of college, okay.
Yeah.
And what's going to happen? You're going to wear him out. He go to somebody else. He's going to have 1 year, maybe a year and a half tops. And then he's like, damn, what happened to Zeke? It doesn't matter the age on running backs any longer. I think you posted it, Law, how the average age of a running back, the years, how long he lasts. But people think, he's only 24, 25. He's okay. No, if you're getting 325 touches as a running back, 350, it doesn't matter if you're 25, 26. You get old quick because what position on the offense besides what the offensive line is getting hit every single play? Yeah. That damn near the running back.
Yeah. And this is us not bashing Ezekiel Elliott.
Y'all asked the question.
We really trying to help people to understand. If you compliment him like Scott just said with another running back, I think that like you said, Ezekiel Elliott and Pollard is better than Zeke, right? That's you're saying, right, Scott? So
I think Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard together is better than Ezekiel Elliott.
Exactly.
Right. It's the 1-2 punches. That's all we saying. Because I know for sure if Ezekiel Elliott go to the 49ers land, we won't even be having this conversation, right? It will be a whole nother story. But right now for the Cowboys, they need to utilize both running backs. And I ain't talking much more on that topic.
I know it's a weekly thing. But he's not. Listen, he's not going nowhere.
Right.
Okay. So you just need to forget the contract when it comes to being on the field and game planning. Screw it. Okay. Now, if it is about the contract, then we in trouble. Unless that line is going to go back to being the dominant line it was. And let's not mistaken ourselves, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't been 2016 offensive line in quite some time. Because seriously, you get a lot of fans, and I saw one today on Twitter talking about this quarterback couldn't win with all this up front and all this and that. Fam, you are a casual fan because you haven't been watching the team in Dallas. This offensive line has not been Doug Free, Ronald Leary, Travis Frederick, Tyron Smith, and Zach Martin in their prime. This is not. This ain't been that line in a long, long time. Okay, and you got the team trying to fight uphill battles against the coaching staff over those same years. So unless that line is going to go back to that, you better get a running back there that got some wiggle. You better get a running back there that can bust off that 52-yard that you saw Tony Pollard do. Because if you're just looking for a bruiser with a line that's not going to, give you gaping holes every carry or what have you, yeah, because there was a point in time they weren't touching Zeke for 3 yards. 3 yards until he got touched. So he got a head of steam.
I mean, and let's keep it real. Like I said, people always like Zeke they can't say nothing about him, dog. Like, look, even when he got the game against Minnesota, nobody's hating. You got the 100-yard game, and that was great. But those runs that were up, they were up the middle. All his big runs or the productive runs was left guard, right guard. It was all up the middle. It wasn't Zeke coming in, jumping, breaking to the outside, missing people, stiff arming people. It was hold the ball, keep it in my arms, and let me run straight ahead and maybe do a jump cut because, number one, I can't fumble again. And I said this before, when you're a running back and you're fumbling, it gets in your head.
Mm-hmm.
So, and when you get the ball, instead of you running naturally and hitting the holes, you won't hit those holes because you don't want to fumble anymore. So you're going to run straight into that line as long as you hold the ball. You're thinking in your head, is if I can get these 4 yards and I'm not fumbling, that's better than me trying to break out and then fumbling and I'm killing my team. And that's what's in Zeke Elliott's head too, in my opinion. He's not running naturally because he's worried about that damn fumbling.
Mojo.
Jim Law says, do we think we'll revamp the offensive line in the draft? I think he said that.
Let me say this though, and I know we need offensive line, and my thing is having the best offensive line in the NFL do not win you the Super Bowl. It don't. And I know we need help at offensive line. I know it's a situation where you don't see the growth and the fruits of your labor that first year when you draft the offensive line just as well as the defensive tackle or somebody interior. Nevertheless, I just feel like how everybody is pumping up the front Washington team and everybody pumping up the defensive fronts from the I guess the Eagles a couple years back,
right.
and now is other teams that had that good defensive front. I think that the Cowboys, like you said earlier, we probably still have to invest on the front as it relates to the defense and invest on the safety one way or another if we want to get back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we've put a ton of resources into the offensive line. I don't think the offensive line is that far away from being back to being a consistently good offense. I don't need the offensive line to be the best.
I agree.
I just need it to be consistently good. And I don't think they're far away. I think you got stuff in Connor McGovern. Y'all know how I feel about Tyron being back. I think we found Brandon Knight as a solid swing tackle. And if you have a chance to get Penei Sewell, that's going to help too. But I don't think you're like desperate to get Penei Sewell. Y'all know my feel. I just if we get him, cool.
Biadasz is good.
Tyler Biadasz, yeah. Mm-hmm. So I don't think we're that far away on the offensive line. But continue to draft them. Continue to draft them if you got to grab one in the 3rd and 4th rounds because those guys develop into starters. We're acting like we can't get a starting offensive lineman in the 3rd, 4th, 5th round. Particularly that 3rd and 4th area is a really good sweet spot. Maybe not right away, but nonetheless you can develop them. We have a Vach raid going on. Shout out to everybody coming through from Vach's channel. I think he was on. And NME Michael said, Vach want to know if you microwave or cook y'all food. I think he might have had some type of what do you call it? Some type of metaphor going on over there. Let me just guess. NME Michael, is he saying because of the coaching staff and in situations where we need to let this thing cook as opposed to throwing it in the microwave, pressing the 30 seconds real quick and coming out with the meal? Is that what he's saying?
I thought he was talking about fantasy because he was running this big old trap against me about that fantasy. Say I was quiet. Yeah, you got lucky. So I ain't talking about no cooking nothing. You got lucky, and I hope Lord whoop your ass.
Oh my goodness.
That's what I
Well,
said.
everybody injured on my fantasy team. I'm just trying to barely pull
I don't
through.
care, Law.
Ever
Go
since-
ahead and get
ever
that
since
dub for
Dak
me.
been down and CMC been down, I said, like, good Lord, I've been trying to build a play while it was in the air. But, collectively speaking, from my situation of picking my team, my record is still better than the Cowboys.
I feel you.
So it's not. It doesn't have anything to do with coaching. So I guess I got to go back and watch whatever it is that he's talking about.
We had to look at it.
Yeah, we got to go back and look. I mean, because we have no
lucky
idea.
ass. You
We're
got
just
lucky
coming
as
in here.
hell. Lucky as hell.
Scott, you whooping my tail, man, with Henry, though.
Yeah, I hate that you.
I got the
even
same
won it.
record in all 3 of my leagues right now, and it all comes down to next week. Well, in one of my leagues because we start the playoffs after that. So yeah,
Y'all have playoffs in fantasy?
after next week, yeah.
I didn't know that. See, I'm learning something new.
I know you thought it was over. You was like, I need
thought
him
it
to
was over.
lose and not win. Like, no, fam, there's playoffs.
Okay,
It's
good,
a
Botch.
playoffs group.
I'm gonna beat your ass in playoffs, Botch. Just so you hear that. I hope you listening. I'm gonna whoop your ass in the playoffs.
Hey, make sure you guys that are rating, you go and follow all of our channels if you aren't already, man. Like I said, this YouTube community is pretty dope, and you'll likely see all of us doing something once in the next 4 or 5 weeks when the season's over. We can get into the off season. Cowboy Mike wants to know: is there any stud D tackle 1-tech guy to draft?
I've been hearing that there's not, especially like in this
I'm
first
hearing
round.
in the first round is not looking
But
too shabby.
but you can get some quality guys in those later rounds. But you know what, fellas, we need a dominant D tackle, man. I'm sorry, I don't want to keep talking about that position. But damn it, when I see, like you said, Woods, don't hate on him. I don't hate on Hamilton, Gallimore, or Tristan Hill was bringing to the table. But them guys weren't dominant. And even when I watched that Washington game, when they double team Antoine Woods, he was getting moved out the way, dog. And we don't have that girth guy that can take the double team, not only take the double team, but penetrate it and blow it up. I feel like the last DT that we had that we frustrated with left was David Irvin. He was the last difference maker defensive tackle that I felt like we had that was like, man, when he was in the game, yes, DeMarcus Lawrence was better. Everybody else was around him because he created chaos because he was such a mismatch in that middle. You had to see where David Irvin was, and it made everybody else around him. And that's why I feel like that front was good. We need a guy like that, man. We need a guy like that.
Yeah, you got that big old boy down there in LSU. I think his name is Shelvin.
Something must have went down on Vot's channel. Go ahead.
Yeah. You got
I'm
that
just
Shelvin
reading these
kid,
comments.
from LSU. He's a big boy, interior guy. Maybe you can squeeze him out in the late.
Yeah, that's the one.
second or
FSU.
third.
Melvin, was it Wilson?
Shelvin. Oh, Marvin
Wilson. Marvin
is-
Wilson. Yeah,
is a Florida State kid.
the
big
FSU
old
kid.
boy.
That's the one that I'm hearing is like DT1 right now.
Or Jordan Davis. He's from Georgia. That big boy. We got some big boys out there, man.
There's
We
some
need
in
some-
free agency too. I'm putting together this free agent
We
stuff.
ain't touching them.
Well, there's some affordable ones, but nonetheless,
Okay. There you go. You said the
still-
word.
Yeah, you're still talking about, and I'm going to use you're still talking about a microwave though. You ain't talking about a slow cooker. You're still talking about
You
something
feel
quick.
me? I had to hear affordable before you said anything, Scott.
Yeah, I mean, but there are some premium talents out there that could cost you a little bit more. But when we got to stop with this cheap shit at some point. I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying spend $200 million, but dedicate
You can at least
real
get one.
dedicate real resources to the positions that we have had trouble getting in free agency and in the draft, and that's defensive tackle and safety. There's one guy y'all know I want really bad, Justin Simmons at safety. Go get him. I don't give a damn. And then
I'm
at
feeling
DT,
you
go
got
get
me
him.
all on that train, Sky. When you mentioned him, I backflip, jumped in the bed, swam in that mud sucker. I'm all on that Justin
so
Simmons
good,
thing.
man.
But as we said, Sky, and just like you said, Law, Steven, let's just call it what it is. Steven Jones is gun shy. He's scary. That's what it is. Let's just keep it real. He's scary. That's why he won't jump out there, because when you scared, you're going to make the safe moves.
Yeah.
And they ain't going to feel like, well, that didn't hurt us. You get what I'm saying, Law and Sky? He's scary as hell, and that's why he don't get one of them, because he's scared if I sign a young player and he flops, I'm going to look stupid. So I ain't going to go that route. I just go keep getting cheap people.
And run that guy. Run those old used parts out there.
Yeah, he's shopping at TJ Maxx.
Yeah, right. But like people were saying, like the Simmons kid, I mean, he got 4 interceptions this year, I believe, last I checked. And I mean, we'll probably build a statue and put it out there right beside Sky Mirror if we have a safety that can do that outside of what we've been seeing from Diggs. And I'm talking about a guy that can solidify this defense and help out Diggs and help out Donovan. Man,
and he could put Donovan Wilson in the box, man. Let him fly around.
Let him cook.
Oh my God! And
let
you got
him
a
be
guy.
free.
You got a guy that can play the free. Because here's the problem with Woods, guys. He's not a free safety.
Nope.
Guys, he's not a good strong. Guys, he's just not that good of a player. He is very average. He is a 6th-round pick. Has he played above that? Yes, but he was a 6th-round pick for a reason. There was a play that I brought out to Bob on Twitter, and you see it a lot this year when Xavier Woods at times just has a ridiculous amount of depth for absolutely zero reason. And then he doesn't have the IQ or the recognition to hit it real quick, see the play, and go and either make the hit or make the pass breakup or interception. He's always just a tick late. There was a play, Logan Thomas, in that first quarter, where they did a little trick play and Logan Thomas loaded up and threw it to Terry McLaurin. He was so far back. I mean, he was so far back, guys. And if he had any type of play recognition skills, he would have saw, okay, Terry is going here. I'm going to beat him on this angle, and I'm going to either get a pick or I'm going to make Terry McLaurin play defense. He did neither, and he was a tick late, and Terry McLaurin caught the ball. That's just pretty much sums up what Xavier Woods is. He's a safe player. He's a safe player. I know he's played safety, but he's not going to do anything special for you outside of being that. And then when he is not safe, he's doing spinneroonies around against Washington, right? He's taking bad spinneroonies. You know, he get turned around more than any safety we got on this roster.
He said spinneroonies. I'm using that one.
And the craziest thing is when they rotate them, you know, like when they kick Xavier Woods inside the box, we look at him and be like, oh, Lord. And then when they put him at the top, at the high safety, I'm just like, oh,
they don't know
Lord
what to do with him.
They don't know what to do.
He can't play in the box for worth a damn. Worth a damn. So, all right, we're just going to put you back there and just hope you don't get burnt. So he can't make plays because he don't know how. He can't catch.
No, he cannot catch it all. And
go,
what's so crazy,
go get me Justin Simmons, and just
because he's gonna make a Donovan Wilson better.
End the bullshit.
Donovan Wilson's gonna be so much better because Donovan Wilson's not the lead dog. Let somebody be the lead dog and watch Donovan Wilson, like they say, cook. He's gonna be a better player from it. So once again, Stephen Jones, there's 2 of them at the bottom where your legs are. Let them grow, let them get hairy, and let them drop.
Oh my goodness, man.
Yes, King Marquise. Spinner-Rooney. Like Booker T. Yes, Spinner-Rooney.
Oh my goodness. Well, they can't grow if they've been gilded, James. They've been gilded, man.
Hey, man, grow them jokers. When the baby comes out the womb, they check. He got nuts. Oh, there they go. They drop. There they go. Even. Come on, man.
Oh my goodness, man. We love Steven. We love John Stephen Jones.
Man, you capping.
You straight capping because I don't love Steve. Don't do that. Don't you do that, Law.
I did it just. I got to be PC, Law. Somebody got to be PC. Hey, before we went live and Lucky, I said, man, behind the scenes, I said, man, I'm going to be PC, Law.
And I said, what did I tell you?
You said
I'm being gritty.
Gritty.
I said, I'm jumping all in. Gritty. We're going to get some questions.
I'm just going to ask questions. Whatever come up, I'm going to just roll with it.
This guy said, hey, now, we're going to do this right.
Because when he said,
I'm gonna mention that
15
about
to 20 minutes,
Zeke
when he said
Elliott.
15 to 20 minutes, I was like, man, I can't be aggressive. I can't go out there and be like, dog, hey, man, so what about that Ezekiel Elliott situation? You know, I was going to jump off, you know, with wheels.
When he said, hold on, I'll talk about that. I said, ooh.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. when he said he gonna talk about Zeke, like I got real excited at first, and I was like, oh fuck, I hope this is not cross the line.
Right.
Like I don't want him to get in trouble or nothing. Like, but he kept it real and like him, and he said it. I don't want nobody to forget this part. Him and Zeke are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So they cool. You know. So I'm glad he came on here. But that was fun. That was a real fun interview, man. Lucky is fun dude.
If you so real.
If you
oh
miss,
my God, I loved it.
If you missed Lucky Whitehead's interview, dog, run that back. It went about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Do like stuff. Chris KRS-One. Rewind.
Andre said, damn, James called Steven baby nuts.
Baby nuts like a mother sucker. He baby. Let's call him baby nuts. There you go. I appreciate you.
Baby.
Baby. I just want to say, I just want to tell y'all right now, if the connection goes out, it was Jerry and Steven. It always happens.
Baby Nuts Jones. That's his name.
B&J. So when y'all see B&J, y'all already know.
That's Baby Nuts Jones. Oh, don't you talk about me like that.
Yeah, we hashed it. Look, I noticed on Twitter the other day, we really got Careless Carson going, so maybe we can get B&J.
Oh my goodness.
That was you. So it's Baby Nuts Jones next.
Y'all goofy, man.
Man, look, man, I'm the only one in Dallas, man. Y'all gonna get me sniped over here, man.
Look.
You're gonna be collateral damage from me and James.
Y'all gonna get me like Nate Robinson. Like, look at Love doing the Nate Robinson challenge. You're like, nah, dog, I ain't doing the Nate Robinson challenge.
Hey, we on that gutter. We can't get them two, so we coming after you, Law.
And they gonna send the security brother with the little mini fro that for the last 35 years, he done had that same mini fro. He don't smile, he don't say nothing. He just be next to Jerry in every picture.
With those blue blockers on. Have you ever seen him without the glasses?
No.
With the shades, I meant to say.
My boy drove them around one day. He said, yo, he really don't say nothing.
Don't say nothing, huh?
Nothing. Yeah, and you know why? Because them the ones that pop your ass. They don't talk.
Right. He got that piece right inside.
Yeah, he gonna shoot you.
Oh yeah, he for sure.
Yeah, he gonna shoot you. He gonna shoot you.
Hey man, they don't play around here in Dallas though, man. Man, Boosie came out here. You already know what happened. So I just keep it cool over here, fam. You know, this Dallas is different.
We left. Me and my lady left Texas, Dallas. That next day or a couple days later, there was a rapper that got shot on the highway.
Mo 3.
Yeah.
Mo 3.
It's like, damn, wild down there, man.
I mean, it's wild, fam.
It's wild everywhere, though.
Mo 3, there you go. Yeah, somebody just said it in there, too.
Shout out to him, too, man. That dude,
peace,
man, is a legend right here.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to Dallas Cowboys number 6. He said this is the livest Cowboys show on the interwebs. We do be on.
Hey, I'll agree with you. He ain't lying.
Yeah, we need to find that drop. He ain't lying.
Oh, find it. We can
you gotta get in there.
We can get it.
He ain't lying. You know this the best damn show in the whole damn U.S.
We have lots of fun on here, man. Listen, we going. It's getting up there late. It's 11 over this way Eastern, man. I could keep going all damn day, man. Wink said, real talk, Skywalker, he take a shower with them shades on. He talking about his bodyguard. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know that brother's name. I know Miss Scouting Pro or Mike.
Is it Roosevelt?
Not to be trite, he probably
got one of them old names too. Y'all put his name in the chat,
his name
man.
probably Earl.
Man, call him 45 because you getting shot.
Roosevelt, Ronaldo or something.
You getting shot, dog. All I know is you try to touch Jerry, you getting bucked.
Tyrone said, "I'm staying quiet. He ain't messing with nothing down there in Dallas."
I thought I could be wild and loose lip around here. I said, nah, dog, they'll meet you up on 45, pull you over on 35 around here, fam.
Hashtag Baby Nuts Jones, y'all.
Baby, he really trying to make.
Hey, stop it, James. You gonna fool around, have me go can't walk nowhere.
All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm like, what's up with Law? Oh, dog, man, damn.
Hey, Steven, this is brought to you by Silver Blue Nation, Big Game James, Baby Nuts Jones. That's all him. So if you go ahead and make T-shirts and shit, make sure you get some 10% cut or something.
Hey, Baby Nuts Jones, come see me because I'm going to say it right to your face, big dog.
Nah, because you going to hear this.
Steve, you know what Steve's going to say? You know,
hey, grab Big Game James. He disappeared.
Steve's going to say, nah, well, we need enough nuts for everybody else on the team. We just have to have enough nuts to go around because we can't give too many nuts to me.
If I got big nuts.
Because if I don't have, if I got all the nuts, then we can't give Will McClay some nuts. So everybody in the front office got to have nuts.
Everybody got to have some nuts. So I can't have the biggest.
We got to split the pie. We can't have the
Oh
pie
my goodness. The
on
pie.
one side of the. You understand what I'm saying, Shan and all, Jay?
Mhm.
No, man.
Yeah.
Don't.
That joker
Small-
said before
small nut.
before the season started, like he was saying that there's not enough pie to slice it for Dak Prescott.
But he wasn't
bet
paid
you
like-
now he'll slice that. He'll get here you go.
The whole thing.
Here you go.
Hey,
Here a whole
man,
pie.
we made you a whole cake. Please come back.
Oh my goodness.
Cake.
Don't like your attitude.
I got you, my guy. Somebody said, Rue said that.
Oh man, they be walking back, man. Them doggone Joneses and the love affair that they got for this guy. What's his name? Number 92. What's his name? Tip of my tongue.
Dorrance.
Dorrance.
Armstrong Jr. Oh
Armstrong.
my
I said,
God.
He had me going back and watching all 22, and I said, you know what? I ain't gonna do the video. I ain't gonna do the video.
No, your boy. Hold on, your boy. See, all right, listen. For all our loyal late night hype, y'all know what it is. When we get to this point of the show, man, y'all know we just kicking it at this damn point. But the one that got me today, this fool Jerry said that the Denver Broncos quarterback situation with their wide receiver is comparable to the Cowboys quarterback situation with Ben DiNucci. See, this is why I don't listen to Jerry Law. He say dumb shit like this. That wide receiver in Denver ain't never played quarterback a day in his life in the NFL, and he had to go take a snap and go out there against a really good football team. Ben DiNucci's a quarterback. Been a quarterback, always was a quarterback. Ain't no excuses for that, man. Jerry on his damn mind.
Before he was hyping up, she's like, I feel good. I like that little kid. Then, okay, yeah, he trash.
No. Then his son, Stephen Jones, came out and said it was fun to watch him. Remember?
how
Remember I
can
did
you-
that video?
How can you feel as Ben DiNucci, fam? Your boss came out and said, dog, you are a 6-string quarterback that's a wide receiver. That's disrespectful.
Oh my goodness, boy! But they know how to sell, and I do hear the storyline of, well, what do you think they should say? They should bash players about their contract. They should bash players. How about not speaking, huh?
God, don't
Give
talk.
that a try. You know,
STFU. Say it again.
Oh, wait.
I said this to Eastside Herald yesterday in capital letters. STFU.
It's a mess, man.
Eastside Herald, boy. That,
Oh, I don't got no words for that, man. He always
shut
shut. He ain't
the
whack.
fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
I wonder
Oh
if
my
we all on something. Hey, listen, y'all ready to go, man? Because we
Yes,
listen,
I am.
oh man,
I wish it was the weekend. I
Beat it
still-
off this
Yo,
thing.
we keep saying it. One night we gonna have to just do a
Marathon.
just go on a marathon, fam, on like
Yeah.
a Saturday night or something, or Friday
Oh,
night or something.
before.
Would y'all come kick it with us on a marathon where we just
You know
open
they
it up,
would.
all Q&A, whatever the hell you want to talk about, Cowboys, life, you know, your music, your movies, whatever the hell you want to talk about, man. We just kicking and drink. Well, I've been drinking, but we can kick it and drink some more.
Oh, I know what night we
0-4.
can do it on Sky and Big Game
What's
James.
that?
We should have like whatever team that's from the NFC East representing that goes to the playoff. We should just have a group show with
Ooh.
me, you, and
whoever
whoever
that-
that hype. Just have the whole crew bashing and talking about.
Just coming at
hey,
'em.
look at the team that
just
made
like,
it to the playoff.
Y'all garbage.
Hey, we can call that. We can call that game. Let's
Yeah,
just,
we'll
let's
call
just-
that
Let's
game.
just say we'll call it a wild card game, the NFC East wild card game, whoever the hell it is.
NFC.
It ain't gonna be us, most likely, but we'll call it. We'll call it. Hey,
Now if we win 5 games out and we come 8-8 and I'll play it.
dog, if we win,
Yeah, you
no,
playing.
I'm not even going down that road.
Play that music.
Yeah, I'm about before I play the
Say
music.
you ain't gotta lie, Craig.
You ain't got
You
to
ain't
lie.
gotta lie, Craig.
Your boo thing said, I don't know about no all night though.
All
said-
night
look, she said,
long,
what-
all
what's the
night.
She said, what's the date? Oh, it's on the weekend? What date on the weekend? Okay,
On the weekend.
because if you're doing it on Wednesday, I'm shutting it down. You're going to be in the dark. I'm going to be talking and you're going to see the lights go off.
She said that's a lot of talk. Girl, you know dang on well we can talk.
Mm-mm.
You're right. And she talked like a mother sucker too. So stop it.
You know we can talk. Hey, y'all, we really appreciate y'all joining us tonight, man. The Lucky Whitehead interview was absolute fire, in my opinion. If you If you ain't, I ain't even gonna chop that up. You just gotta come back and watch the show because I don't want no issues. You know what I'm saying? So just come back, rewatch the show. It was a great interview. It was a fire interview with Lucky. And then obviously after the show, we had some great LNH questions. I'm sorry if we didn't get to everybody. Kermit said get Boss Cowboy. Oh, he is definitely gonna be on here. I know we were trying to do it this year, but the season got out of hand and things got crazy.
Yeah, definitely got to bring my dog Boss.
Yeah, Boss gets in it. Oh, I know James. He rapped to you about that trainer situation. So we'll try to get that together too.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. You know, on the way out, y'all know what Law likes to do, man. I like to do it too, man. Drop them fire emojis as this music is playing on the way out, man. And make sure y'all subscribe. Silver Blue Nation, Law Nation, Dallas Cowboys Network Nation. Nah, just Dallas Cowboys Network. And make sure y'all follow my guy Sosa. The Cowboys Network on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram. Appreciate y'all, man. This was awesome. Love all y'all members, subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, just subscribe.
Jerry Wayne, I love you, man.
B&J, Baby Nuts Jones.
Yo, wow.
I want me